live.
Ho, ho, ho. That's right, it's Seductive Santa on Saturday night. Do they have Seductive Santa in Canada?
I would be surprised if they didn't.
You gotta watch out if you've been naughty or nice.
There's no nice, it's only naughty.
We're all naughty down
Have you
here.
been naughty or extra naughty?
What is up, beautiful
Give you a
people?
lump
It
of
is Saturday. We're getting ready for another Linux Teamcast Weekly. We got things to talk about. A little bit of drama going on in the Dolphin EMU steamy land, but it's not all as it may appear on the tin.
Still sucks, though.
It still sucks. AMD released a video card too. We're going to have some words on that and some interesting conclusions drawn. Game jams, Portal Reloaded. Huh. That might be something to play around with. And Pedro's favorite video game has been turned into a cartoon.
They're playing with shaders.
Oh, right. So we're wrapping up the pre-super shows, and we talked about a couple of things, including the logistics to ramp jump a full-size cruise ship. Go back and listen to that if you're a patron.
How much velocity would it take to like do a flip?
Where's the image? There it is, image. All right, let me kick over. If you're listening in Discord, we're going to kick over to live. Probably. Here we go. Wow. Dang it, you guys. You're jumping around, making it hard for me to click. Aha.
So one thing I hate where like you go to click something on a website and then the element above it loads and then you click the wrong thing
And
then you
sometimes-
scroll up and then like there's a banner.
Do you ever just have the feeling that sometimes it's malicious too?
Yes, absolutely. It knows what I'm trying to press and is avoiding me.
It's like, oh, I see your cursor is hovering over that URL. Let's change that. Click jacking, motherfucker.
At this point, we've all experienced the here. I'm going to pause the video because I didn't want to autoplay, and I start scrolling. They're like, "Well, we're going to put a little window down here at the right side, and let's just start another one playing." I wouldn't at this point, in this adversarial behavior of web zones, I wouldn't be surprised if it like moved. Like jumped away from me if I tried to.
Yeah. There's a little close button, and like every time your mouse goes through,
It just jumps
to the
up.
opposite side of the screen.
You have to chase it down 3 or 4
No,
times.
you gotta bait it, right? Like you gotta fake it out, go one way, and then go the other.
Oh no! An overtake screen just shows up with like tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. Yeah, beat this game of Go, and then you can close the.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do a little bit of social media. That's right. Hello, Joe. Yeah, I steal Pedro's post. Yeah. See, this is how we do it. One person makes the post, and we all reshare it.
Good, so that went out. Cool. All right.
Unless it's like Monday or Tuesday, then Pedro remembers that we did a show and he posted.
Yeah.
All right. So that
That's
is
usually a second post for the people that didn't catch your tweet.
So the moral of that story, everybody, if you're on Twitter or Mastodon, like and subscribe at least one post. Do you like on Twitter? Or what do you do on Mastodon? I click it and I get a star, right?
So there's boosting, which actually like shares it with other people, and then there's favoriting, which just like favorites it for you. Like starring on Mastodon is just like a personal bookmark. It's not like Twitter where like they'll aggregate the total number of likes and then like, hey, here's stuff that your friends are liking or people in your sphere are liking. But you can also like.
Oh, I mean, I get a list of like what people are like doing that in my home feed.
Yep.
Because I got my home feed, then I got my federated timeline.
And you can the other thing I don't really do. Maybe I should do. I need to if I want to increase my Mastodon usage. You can like subscribe to hashtags as well. So
You can create new columns. Same
Oh, you
tweet
can?
deck.
yeah,
You don't say. Huh.
that's too much horizontal scrolling for me.
Well, that's because I'm in a little tiny window. I'm on like a 1080p with this thing zoomed in so people at home can see it. Okay,
Only
Strider.
today, Strider.
Yeah, just
I mean, I look weird always.
I don't know. I mean, he's deaf and blind, but we still love him. He's entertaining.
I feel weird. I'm allowed to eat again for the next 6 weeks, and now I need to like readjust my relationship with food of like, oh, I'm allowed to eat this now. But should I? No, yes, stupid. Go eat the thing.
I always get a bit moral debate, man. I don't know. I just can't eat a whole lot at like one time anymore. Like, it's been a long, long time. I drink too much liquid. That's my problem. Like, I'll just get... They say you can't get full. And, like, that's bullshit. You can drink too much, but you're, like, sloshing around. And you're like, nope. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You can get to that point. You got other problems, though, because sometimes you're just like... Oh, no, now I'm going to throw up because that sloshed all the way up my throat.
We need to bring back MySpace. What was the one before MySpace that was popular in the Brazil?
Diaspora?
Pedro will know it.
UNCUT.
UNCUT, yes.
And what was the other one? Was it Friendster? No.
High Five.
High Five.
Friendster was there. I remember in Canada, Nexopia, I think, was a big one.
Oh, man. Never heard of that.
Yeah.
So more or less, we need to bring back Club Penguin.
Man, we just need to bring back like plain fucking HTML websites that you could you get like 500 kilobytes of free hosting. That's what you get. Like,
but yeah, no, the MySpace clone exists. It's called Space Hey.
Space Hey.
HEW.
Strider, she does sit there sometimes. It's just not today. That's her spot. She gets mad when I sit there because yes, her spot.
Firefox, current version of Firefox has a bit of a problem with copying stuff into the Wayland clipboard. It just doesn't do it sometimes.
LiveJournal was a thing for a minute. Then there was Blogspot. I think, was it called Blogspot? That sounds right.
The Google one, yes.
Yeah, it became Blogger after a while.
Oh, did you see what Firefox, they had to fix a bug earlier this week?
No, what they have to fix?
You ended up like, no matter what web page you were on, even if you're on your local network, you get a takeover page telling you about Firefox VPN service that you had to click through in order to get back to your web page.
That's
was that to limited number of people? Because I didn't get that. I use Firefox.
It was enough people to where they fixed the bug.
Okay. See, what I want and what I'm never gonna get is I just want Google Plus back. Google Plus was dope. Like OG Google Plus with like the Hangouts and like
the circles where you dragged people into the circles and it went whoop.
Yeah, you can follow circles. There's a lot of good discussion that happened there, and then Google's like, no, we tried to be like Facebook and compete with Facebook, doing the same thing that Facebook did, and maybe that's a bad idea now that Facebook is established. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, some people were treated to this privacy. Just kind of read out everything.
That's not good.
Yeah. But hey, you can disable it by going into the advanced preferences browser VPN promo and changing that string.
Yeah. That should be false by default.
Ironically, it doesn't work if you have an ad blocker installed. I don't know. Strange times. Have to install IE. I have yet to mess around with IE on Linux. I have no desire to. I have no need to. I get enough Chromium-based browsers.
I think I'm gonna have to in the foreseeable future, just because for like test automation.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah,
for personal,
not for personal. No.
What about Opera?
Dude, speaking of Opera, did you watch the new TFS creator commentary where they spent like 10 minutes shilling Opera at the beginning of it?
What?
Yeah.
You mean the one tonight?
Yeah, the one tonight.
No,
Yeah,
I watch that like when I'm making dinner after the show.
Yeah. Their sponsor for this episode is Opera, and I'm like, okay, let's hear these guys talk about Opera GX.
The browser for gamers.
I mean, hey, listen, take your sponsorship money from wherever you need to, right? Like,
Get it?
I can think of worse people to partner with than Opera. So
G2A comes to mind, yeah.
at least it's not another subscription box service, because oh man, I never got the appeal of those. Were there people who like signed up for multiple ones of those just because they love getting crap?
Sign up for what?
Like the box a month service
box.
where they like give you that loot box, loot crate, whatever. They give you like a T-shirt and some stickers and a toy or a thermos.
You know what? Like initially when that rolled out, man. Admittedly, I never got around to like doing it. But like when that was first getting rolled out, like they were like putting like interesting and cool shit. Like there was that one company that I think started it, and then it just became like the Kleenex. Like everyone was doing like loot crates and. But no, it never appealed to me enough to subscribe because that sounds like a nightmare for what someone's going to give me a box of shit I got to get rid of every month. No.
Yeah.
People really like the swag.
Like the snack boxes or whatever, I could see being like thing where like, oh yeah, get a assorted thing of snacks a month or whatever, and like find out ones that you like. Or like, I guess like tape and record clubs were like the equivalent of that back in the day, where like every month or whatever they'd send you like a new tape or something.
Right. Like my latest, I'm too lazy to. I want 10% of net revenue for anyone who implements this, and this will be used in a court of law. It was like $5 for a block of wood.
Okay, it's just wood.
No, I mean, cut to your dimensions. I was thinking about this when I was like, shit. All right, so I need a little block to add as a pad, so it's a clamp will latch onto the thing. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get the wood, then I gotta drag out the fucking power tools, then I gotta like measure this shit out, and I'm gonna be left over with all the extra bullshit wood from that little bit. It's like, I wish I could like give somebody the dimensions, give them $5, and I'd get my little block in the mail.
Yeah, or like go down to Home Depot and just be like, hey, I need a thing by thing. Like, there you go. I tried to get like some PVC cut at a Home Depot, and they're like, oh, we don't have the guy who's allowed to use the cutting machine. Sorry.
Right. The ice cream machine is broken.
Yeah, and it's like, well, okay, so what are my options? Well, you can rent the cutting machine and do it yourself. I'm like, but I need a piece of PVC pipe. I don't need a machine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a machine rental. And I don't want to like predict all my future PVC usages so that I can like just buy a bunch of shit and top load all that effort now.
I don't know, man. PVC's like, you can cut the PVC with a hacksaw.
Yeah. Actually, I think this one was a steel pipe. I was trying to make a homemade axle bar. Yep.
Hacksaw cut through anything if you're patient enough.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't want to spend my weekend going.
What was a school project? I forgot I'd done that. I got like a 10-meter long little teeny tiny PVC pipe, and I cut it to make a pan flute. It was for music class in 5th grade or 6th grade, something like that.
Okay.
Hey, I got a good grade, so...
Did you name it?
No.
Aww.
I just made it. I painted it to look sort of like wood. The way we go.
What was the paint scheme for sort of like wood? I missed that in art class.
It was light-ish brown base, and then some dark brown streaks. It looked close enough.
Peter Pan. Nah, man. You needed to add like a fiber card to it, so you call it Peter Lan. That's the best I got. Did anybody buy Gollum?
No.
Oh.
I saw some of the screenshots. I'm like, oh boy.
Ooh, I did too. Like,
Yeah, Gollum went on a bit of a heroin binge, I think. He's looking a little rough. He wasn't looking good to begin with.
And I love the headlines after it settled down. It was like, we don't want it. And like, boil it, mash it, stick it in a stew. Like, it didn't review very well.
I did actually buy a 40K game, not the new one, Bolt Gun. I do want that one, but price comes down a little bit.
Did you buy some like racing game or something?
That one was in a playtest. You could just...
What
it's
was
one of those
that?
playtests that you just click on the thing.
We'll try.
But yes, that's also a 40K game, yes. Speed Freaks.
Thank you.
Yes, Gorka Morka, red ones, go faster.
Yeah. Yeah, it is 40K orcs combat racing. But no,
All right.
I bought the 40K Inquisitor Martyr and all of the DLC because it was less than £20.
Okay. I didn't find anything. There are so many 40K audiobooks, man.
They're all... Dude, have you checked... I guess you don't walk into bookstores. There's like the shelf.
No, I
just,
opened
like
the
40K,
door.
and they're all like... They're all thickies, right? Like these are not short reads.
There is like hundreds of, because I know what the 40K symbol looks like right now when I'm browsing on Audible, so I can just keep going. I bought one. I was like, are these like, how deep do you need to be to get anything out of this? And like, it was like so whatever, but there's just hundreds of them, man. I'm like, holy hell.
And like they do the thing where like some of them are non-canonical anymore because like Games Workshop changed their mind and they're like, oh, actually the Emperor is this now. And
Yeah, I don't know enough about the universe to like call it on this.
oh yeah, like I have like very surface level knowledge of Warhammer. I'm not going to claim to be some kind of lore master for that.
I only listen to Glory Hammer audiobooks.
Glory Hammer.
Well, now there's two Glory Hammers. There's Angus McSix, and now there's an OG Glory Hammer.
Was it the lead singer? Did he just fuck off?
No, they fired him.
Fired him?
Oh.
Yeah, they fired him. Apparently, like...
Did he get to keep the hammer?
No, the music video goes into it. The hammer exploded, so now he has a sword. I'm not fucking joking. The first video, it's like it walks up with the hammer, tosses it aside, and picks up the sword. It's like, this is my new thing now.
I mean, whatever.
Right? Like, it's basically a Glory Hammer diss track too. It's pretty funny.
I had a good time. Somebody posted on Reddit. It might have been on our videos. Somebody was at a live concert having like an absolute genuine meltdown because they didn't know about Windrose.
Ah.
And they were like, fucking dwarf metal exists. Oh my. And they were just, it was like, it was a joyous moment to watch someone's brain short circuit with happiness.
Diggy hole.
Yeah. There's a genre for everything, man. Like,
Are they Brazilian?
who?
Windrose.
I don't think so. I think they're German, I want to say.
Italian.
Actually. Okay.
See, you can still like them. They're not Spanish.
Isn't that French?
And listen, anyone can laugh by saying
les poissons.
listen, anyone can laugh by saying oh ho 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 ho. It's not a French exclusive thing.
I mean, the lads look the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open image in your tab. Jeez.
I don't know. There's a bit of a if your dad doesn't have a beard, you got two mums vibes.
Poor guy on the left.
Remember when you were 14, your dad taught you to shave.
Because if your dad doesn't have a beard, you've got two mums.
Sung by the Beards.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're about ready to go. I thought we were gonna have like a super short show this week. That was not to be.
It's more balanced than usual. There's like pretty even split of stuff to talk about in the segments. So.
I mean, I was looking last night for like something to toss in the news segment, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, let's talk about the thing that got released. What are we going to be playing in the after shows in this? We talked about it last week, but we played the tank game first.
That's the DLC.
Well,
the base game for that DLC. Yes,
we're just playing the DLC.
We're going to be
We're going to get it working without the base game.
I thought
unless we get some keys, we might be throwing chairs at Chicken Fight.
There we go. Chicken Fight. Free to play. Available on Linux. I don't know how many people can play. I think a bunch. I installed it earlier. See if it launched. It launched. That's all I know about the game. I don't know how we do co-op unless we fought against bots.
Yeah. Or it's like
maybe a mode that everyone has to reach the platforms, like lava is rising up the thing.
Well, no, like if like I'm looking at this as like just a Smash clone. It's like Smash has like team-based play where like last man standing on the team and the team wins. So
I'm looking at that like duck game.
I think it would be better if you could like ride on humans with like a lance.
Yes, sort of like reverse chocobo.
For Joust. Joust was a fun game back in the day, man. Bring back Joust. We need competitive Joust scene.
We need to bring back office jousting where you like go on the rolly chairs. Like if you want people to come back to the office, that's how you get them back. Be like, hey, we've cleared out a long stretch so you can push your rolly chair and joust other employees.
Yes, but...
And you use the little thing to prop open the windows at the top.
Gentlemen, that's
use
only
that as the lens.
Which, unfortunately, what led to the collapse of the original pro Office Jousting League was overzealous drug testing. So we're going to have to dial that back.
So, no, we just make drug use mandatory, obviously.
Okay.
Are you on drugs? Good. You can have a seat then.
Yeah, here, have some trend.
Oh man, now I want to see like chair armor, like proper medieval like war chairs.
No, it's just cardboard boxes, man.
Full plate chair.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Chair barding.
Well, you know, you got like
studded your leather chair.
Gaming chairs. It's gonna be like a hoodie with like a flip back chainmail and helmet.
It's got a lance warmer, a USB powered lance warmer.
Red hot tip.
Red hot poker cam, man. All right. Let me.
Ooh.
What?
Snap.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. It's more downhill from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back. And we will get underway. I'm doing a little bio break. And we're going to sit down and talk about stuff.
And things.
And
We got
stuffs.
stuff and things. And I genuinely did not expect Neverwinter Nights to give me yet another reason to play through it again, but here we are.
I don't know, lately I've been just getting real nostalgic for like 3.5 D&D. I still have all my old books. I never sold them. So like
I just had the PDFs.
4th level. Oh, I have the PDFs too, but like I got a job pumping gas, and it's like, oh well, you know, what a nerdy child with no friends is gonna buy Dungeons and Dragons books. This was before I got into drugs, and I had better things to spend my money on. Now it's 50-50 between D&D books and trucks.
Yeah, no, my money lately is, you can see there's a motherboard box with a Ryzen 5000 box on top of it.
I spent all my fun money for the next 2 months on my girlfriend's birthday, so...
Yeah, no, that's going for Nori's computer too. And after, also ordered 32 gigs of RAM, supposedly arrives on Wednesday, so I'm waiting for that. And then the final bid for her computer is going to be probably a 6600 or a 6600 XT.
Why not get a used 3060 Ti? We've established that it's just better. Like, objectively,
it's not as cheap over here. I went looking too. It's like, okay. All right, they want 500 pounds for a used 3060 Ti here.
Oh, don't worry. The new GPU card price is gonna go up anyway. It's just to spite you.
RAM is real cheap right now. You can get like 32 gigs of 3600 RAM for not very much money.
Well, I mean, it depends if both D's and D&D stand for drugs. Dungeons and Drugs, Dragons and Drugs, Drugs and Drugs. That's my favorite game. If you get addicted to Dungeons and Dragons, your name is probably Tom Hanks, and you exist in a bad TV movie. Mazes and Monsters is a far-out game. Dragons, swords, poison, killing, maiming.
Storage is cheap?
Sounds like
RAM's cheap really too right now. Why is storage so cheap? Is it because everybody thinks that they need to get like a PCI Express 4 drives for some reason?
I don't know. I was a little worried when, like, you remember Chia, the storage-based crypto coin?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, please don't make SSDs become, like, super fucking expensive.
But here's the thing, at that point we were so fucking defeated, we're like, well, there goes that.
Right.
Another one to add to the list.
Yeah, right. It wasn't good sales time.
Yeah, so you know what? Listen, we had our decade of, like, really overpriced storage. I'm fine to let things be cheap for a little while.
Well, I was looking at, like, what is a DDR, like 3600 DDR for, just out of curiosity, because I got like 3200 in Jackbox, and I'm like, what's 36? It's like $40 for 16 gigs. I'm like, well, shit. I still didn't buy it because I'm a cheap bastard, but I thought about it. Yeah, Scott, that's completely valid. Like, if you're like, I might need some storage, let's just go ahead and buy it, because...
Or if you see the thing on the horizon, and you're like, oh, things are gonna get real expensive real quick. Like, it's expensive now, but it's gonna get worse, so I'm just gonna buy it before it, like, balloons.
We can get a 1 terabyte NVMe drive for now, what, $60?
Pretty much.
Name brand?
I'm still cheesed back in October. I just didn't go for the 6900 XT. That was like $800 Canadian. Like,
yeah.
That would, I'm like, I'm gonna wait. AV1's gonna be worth it. It wasn't worth it.
Such is the way of things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how it works for me. I either like early adopt, and then immediately afterwards they announce the new hotness, or there's a horrible flaw with it, or I wait, and then it's like, oh no, you should have bought it.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. It's like somebody was like, I look at every day as like, maybe I'm in a simulation and I chose to have this adventure, and I'm like, I don't believe that's true. Like, I wouldn't have picked this course, but I'm like, why would I do that to myself?
Because I'm just because this is just a really twisted playthrough of Roy.
Oh, right.
This guy doesn't even have an ID card, man. He's going off the rails.
What's going on with the that Doom level? I saw a video about that last week.
The My House.
My House.
I saw a tutorial video of it. It's like it's pretty neat because like from a level design perspective, there's like a house and you can like go through mirrors to like other dimensions and like there's like a Taco Bell there you can go and like there are demons there you shoot at the Taco Bell. Like it seems quite strange. It's certainly interesting. Certainly interesting. Apparently it was like a creepypasta or something. I don't know. I'm sure Atomic or Patrick will be correcting me in 3, 2.
I think the only game that I've played in recent memory that like played around with like dimensional space, very entertaining and like spooky to a point, was Control. Control did a good job of that, but that was also just a fun game too. That had a good story and all that. That was made by that
Remedy, the Alan guys.
Like, we make movies. All right. Okay.
Yeah, every time I start eating razors now, I just cough up blood. I have no idea what's going on. I must be allergic.
I still use my straight razor, man. Like, whatever. It works.
I've touched a razor in a while.
I got my little electric beard trimmer when I'm too lazy to use that. Yeah, I don't like a lot of facial hair.
The cheapo Philips electric trimmer, and I still can't be asked to do it.
Yeah, like, that just bugs me, man. I never get past the phase of like, nope, that's gotta go.
It took me a while to grow this out.
Wish I could grow more, but it's still very, very patchy in places.
Oh yeah, like I got patches here, I got patches here.
And I've never been one for a beard. I don't need an artificial chin. Like, I got one of those.
Mine is purely motivated by laziness. at this point, I've gone this long without shaving. I don't intend to start now.
Well, I'll admit, I like looking at myself in the mirror with the beard. Without a beard, not so much.
I haven't seen myself without a beard, and I've lost a bunch. My face has like visibly shrunk, so I have no idea what I look like without the beard now. Emacs. You install Space Emacs, Atomic Ass?
Maybe you'll eventually graduate to a more advanced editor. Like, no.
At this point, I've given up on like trying to explain VI to people. It's just like, yeah, just use Nano, and they're like, but VIs are so is Nano. Just like, let's not have you Google how to do everything. Nano tells you how to use it at the bottom. Just do that. Please.
This is why anytime I'm doing a guide, man, and we get this YouTube comment, and we're like, why are you using Nano? Why don't you tell them to use VI? I'm like, why would you do that to a motherfucker?
Like, especially people who are looking up how to do things. Why would you fucking do it? Yeah,
like I will use VI personally all the time. It's because like I took the time and learned how to use it. But yeah, when for like tutorial videos or whatnot, like fastest way to get that. Most of the time, like I don't even tell people to open up a text editor. It's like, here's the command to like cat the thing into the file or like set the line you need so that there's like minimal human
error. The reason I don't do that is I don't want to contribute to people blindly copying and pasting shit like that.
Yeah.
It would be easier to do that, but I don't want to like encourage that behavior.
Yeah, I do a lot of professional documentation though, and at a certain point it's like
inside of a company, yes.
Yeah.
On a website?
On a website, yeah. Oh man, I have so much documentation I need to write. I've been writing code for a project for an entire year, and I'm like, I haven't documented any of this stuff.
Don't worry, it's all stuck in your head. That's fine.
Yeah, it's all self-documenting. You write that good a code.
Yes, I tried to be self-documenting. The problem is that depending on what week I'm coding and depending on like what my brain space is, there's some major inconsistencies. So it's consistent until like, oh, then that's when I stopped, and then like 2 months later I started working on it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's consistent until it isn't.
Yeah. Although none of my code is like crazy complicated. There's just like a lot of it.
Oh yeah, System T. We talked about that. That was a couple of months ago. It might have been like last month or month before that. So they still have that keyboard, except it says Surface on it, and it's like $90 more.
Because it's a Surface.
Fuck you. That's why.
Because Microsoft is really hurting for money, you guys.
However, I will give, here's the report. I changed the AAA batteries in this keyboard this week. I was excited.
How long did they last?
Right around 3 years.
Okay, that's about right. Yeah.
So, this, if you don't know, it's got a Cylon red dot LED hidden in it.
That lets you know when the battery is
I was like, that's new. Huh. I was, of course, that's the only thing I didn't even, that's the only LED on this keyboard. I didn't bother Googling it.
Does it have like a caps lock or anything? Or?
No. Has no LEDs on it, no lights on it whatsoever, except for that little bastard. And so I went and found the rechargeable AAAs that I'd bought like a year ago. In preparation of like eventually. What was that? What was that noise?
That was my vape falling out of my pocket.
Oh. How much of you is under the desk?
How much of me is under the desk?
Yes, when you were leaning back like that. How far up your
like
torso did the desk go?
63.
So like right now,
like if something, no, not right now. When you were just laying down, if like something had split you in half, how much of Jordan would we have sticking outside of the desk?
A good question. There's like there's an angle there, so I'm trying to figure out like where that cut is actually happening. I'd say like maybe 40%. Well, so like right now, like the desk is about at my sternum, like a little lower than my sternum. But I have the chair also like super bottomed out.
Oh yeah, same here, like, but mine's like at my waist.
Yes, my chair is bottomed out, and my desk is right around crotch level.
They hit my belly button if I do the hand thing.
Yeah,
I wish I would like a lower chair, but then my knees are up here.
Well, and see, and that's kind of the problem is this desk is short. I like the, so like, yeah, I need to be really.
Oh,
really
maybe
low.
this is what we need to make is like a super short desk that like you could crawl up under and you just have your like little hands.
Yeah,
up.
It's just long.
Yeah,
long underneath, and you can just kind of tuck yourself in.
Just scooch like, yes.
And you can just push yourself on for a nap. Yeah. Probably not going to sell to the people who are mildly claustrophobic. Storm wouldn't buy one.
Scott, you don't need to learn VI. It's probably useful to know VI, or at least like some basic stuff like :W, :WQ, :WQ exclamation point. But that's kind of it.
Control S, Control X. There. Just nano.
I don't know, like what? I have to look. I know where it's at on the keyboard. I just reached Control W is what I hammer on all the time.
Close an individual tab.
No, that's find and Nano.
Oh, that's fucking dangerous because that's closed individual window everywhere else.
Yeah.
It is control. The sequence is Control W. That thing entered, then you hit down. Because you forgot to launch Nano with line numbers. Yeah, Vim. Vim's got a GUI, doesn't it?
I like Emacs for its keyboard shortcuts. I think they're like a little more convenient because I like Control A for end of line or beginning of line, Control E for end of line.
I was slowly learning keyboard shortcuts for Reaper on the live stream on Sundays because I didn't have my control surfaces and I didn't know what the hell to do. And I was like, that's always fun, man. Starting a new application and just finding out what type of moon glyphs they've decided on. Like shift underscore. Like, what does that do? Oh, I'm going to be using that a lot. Okay, better commit that to muscle memory.
Literally the reason I don't use screen is because its commands conflict with a bunch of other shortcuts for stuff I already use. And like, so screen is good because you can rebind everything, but like, I don't want to go through the process of like figuring out like what is my configuration.
Well, I mean, I had to, like earlier this week, I went on a little mission to rebind. I put spacebar on the page down on this mouse. That was some bullshit. Fortunately, I'd done the video on this as my little memory hole. I'm like, so I was like, I had about 50% of the problem solved. That's a pain in the ass, though. Binding like macros. There needs to be an easier universal way to do that. Maybe there is.
Piper is pretty good at that.
Only supports Logitech devices, unfortunately.
Oh, I guess I don't. That's not a problem for me. All of my peripherals are
like, what else is there? I don't understand.
Yeah, Steel Series, I guess. But like,
Steel Series, Rocat, Razer.
You can get away with doing using X bind keys. That's what I ended up doing. What are it? X bind keys with where's my mouse? Script. Yeah, X bind keys. And you can map it in there. And it works. It's not too much of a pain. And I use X input to do all the 3D scrolling stuff. Still a pain in the ass. Because you gotta look up what are things. It's like, what is space called? Oh. Probably should have just tried space.
oh, huh.
What?
The new Humble audiobook bundle has a bunch of the Murderbot Diaries.
Are those any good?
Books. Yeah, they're really short. They're like the actual books are like 100-page novellas.
Oh.
But like, I liked it.
Is it like a overarching plot or?
Yeah, sort of. So like the main character is like a combat robot who gains sentience.
Okay.
And is addicted to television.
Oh.
Like addicted to soap operas and is like just trying to like get by and be undetected as like a sentient like murder robot, and then they get sucked into a mystery that they gotta solve. Yeah.
Who reads it?
I don't know who was this one. What does
Gilbert Gottfried? No.
Doesn't say on the Humble page. Yeah, I don't know. Narrated by Kevin R. Free.
That doesn't sound familiar. I'll Google him and find the books.
The bundle also has Battle Mage Farmer in it, so I guess maybe.
I recommend it. That's my jam right now. Is like absurd premise, fantasy type stuff. You know, stuff along the lines of like Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and Battle Mage Farmer.
I really liked Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and I was really disappointed with the movie.
I didn't hate the movie. I was like, well, I mean,
yeah, the movie was the movie was fine, but it's like
it wasn't the book. I mean,
it wasn't the book, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to see like the fight scenes with like Edgar Allan Poe and Abraham Lincoln as they're just like, yeah, we're gonna take on this nest of vampires. We can totally do it.
Why not?
Nope, no, you can't.
Yeah, you know what? They did what they could because I think they knew they were only going to get one movie. That's okay. I don't think we're going to get a sequel, but that's all right. You guys ready to get into this?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Do a show? Why could I not? Too much. 2. There we go. Just enough. I think everything's working. We're back. We're back on a hybrid system, like as is tradition. So our digital test is. It's about 80% there.
The compeller is back in the stack.
Yeah. After I pulled it out, I'll tell you about that at the beginning of the show.
Compelling.
We're compelling. We're back to being run through a 30-year-old and 40-year-old piece of broadcast hardware. Because we're cool like that. We're vintage. All right, we're recording. Boom. Everyone move around, get all your squeakies and knockies out. If you get anything to knock off your desk, please do it now.
Plate shattering.
I shouldn't have moved.
You haven't broken a plate, have you? I don't think so.
No. The last plate that was broken here was my mother-in-law, but that's because she has like grip problems.
I'm sure by now you've done a kitchen plate, right? Or a bowl or something. Putting up dishes, and you're like, whoa, ding, ding, ding. Oh, that didn't. There it goes. All right.
One of Murray's mugs. I broke one of Murray's mugs.
The last thing I broke was the thing was the thing that cut my hand that I needed to go get a tetanus shot for. So. Dirty vase. Yeah. No. Get that booster.
Rusty vases.
All right. Well, it's a misinformation. Tetanus doesn't live on rust. It lives in the dirt.
Dirty vase.
Yep.
Full of dirty rust.
But full of the Rust programming language.
Well, at least it's memory safe. You don't have to worry about.
Yeah, it's just not tetanus safe.
Yeah.
This face is built on Rust.
And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly. The show covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. And Vince Stone, joined every week by Jordan Sfog and Pedro Mateus, and you, Shatroom Dynamic. Our powers combined, helping us form Cocaine Voltron. What's new? What's going on? Of course, we're going to talk about the Dolphin EMU thing, but first, an entire show, at least a Steam segment. So we are, I want to say yay me, pat on the back. I managed to get up and I saw the reviews for, I enjoyed the Lord of the Rings game, the first one, and the second one was kind of fun. It's like, the Gollum, more to play around. And I read those reviews like, oh shit, that's on my wish list. One of you psychopaths are going to end up getting that for me. And I got rid of it. I was happy. I was like, I don't have to worry about it. Then I watched, that game looks horrible. Then I did.
I was a little worried about it just from like a concept level, but like the execution is also kind of shit, it seems. So like,
I mean, it genuinely looks like a PS3 era game. I didn't even know what to say about that, but
it looks like Gollum is just taking a buttload of cocaine and like has gone on a bender for like several weeks.
He's seen better days, man. But hey, I don't have to worry about it. I'm glad about that. Last week, I was telling you, we did a show where I was using some software to kind of emulate some of the hardware back in the rack. We're back to using the hardware in the rack. We got about 80% there. It was not quite as... It was too aggressive. I think the more I play with it, the more I'll be able to mimic what the compeller does. But speaking of the compeller, if you're going to do small electronics or big electronics, any type of electronics repair, Pedro, you know what flux is.
Yes, I love the smell of it. Don't smell burning flux, but I really like how it smells.
Don't breathe this.
Did you put down your cup of airplane glue? And you're like, hang on.
No, you got to shotgun it with some printer toner, right? Like just
do a line of that. So use flux if you're doing any type of soldering, which I did. And when I got this compeller, I got it thanks to Jim at Guitar Center. Didn't know what it was, so of course it was like $99. And Okay, let's recap this thing. It's like from 1986, and it wasn't a ton. It was like 20, maybe 30 caps. It took an afternoon of me playing. Right, it was like a kitchen table project. It wasn't like take it out to the shed project. And got everything. Did it, put some 90% alcohol on it, and like brushed off the big nasties. Plugged it in, and it worked. And maybe you've been there if you've ever repaired something. You're like, you know what? Good enough. Let's just leave it alone. Put the lid back on it, and that's where it sits.
Some of those solders look a little ugly. It's good enough. It's fine.
It's working.
It's working.
Don't mess with it. Like we did it good. Like perfection is the what is the saying?
Better is the enemy of good enough.
Yeah. So, and it seemed like it was doing some VCA like gain sticking, which it very well still. Anyway, it got me to pull it out of the rack and like inspect all the capacitors. Here's the pro tip. Like 2 years later, unclean flux under capacitors looks an awful lot like slightly leaky capacitors. So we were playing that game for like 40 minutes of checking every single thing. I was like, is that flux or one? And so I went back and cleaned all the thing. Anyway, that's clean your flux. That's the moral of my story. Jordan, you got to hang out in a waiting room for a present.
Yes. Yeah, doing the stuff. It's like, I have some time off. I'm going to finally clean out my garage. Mm-hmm. And I knocked over a vase, and I'm like, okay, time to pick up some broken glass. And then I sliced my finger open, and I'm like, oh, that glass is dirty. So I went to the doctor, got myself a tetanus booster. Oh, it was a great thing, because I'm like, I get back to work from vacation. I'm like, hey, I need to go get a tetanus booster from a walk-in clinic. Can you guys like give me all the stuff I need to do so I can get it done right now? And then they made me wait like 3 hours, and then I went to the walk-in clinic. And which if you've ever been to one, there's like the point of like, if you get there early, you can just be in and out. Mm-hmm. But beyond a certain point, like, yeah, I was waiting there for like 4 fucking hours. So I got to tour around the area and yeah. I don't know. I had a
they should
sandwich
give you
on
like a little pass, like they give you at Disneyland.
No. What was bullshit too? I'm like, oh yeah, so you'll call me when my turn is up. They're like, no. Mm-hmm. If we call you and you're not there, if you're back, when we call the next person, we'll bring you in. Speaking of cocaine, though, I'm pretty sure that lady who gave me a shot was on cocaine. Okay. Because she was going like. That clinic was blitzed, and she was going like 300 miles a minute. Just like, show me the cut. I'm like, what? Give me your hand. Show me the cut.
In and out, man. In and out. Yeah, glass can be tricky. Like normally when glass breaks, I'll just reach down and pick it up, because like only once, and it wasn't even a bad cut, but it was a surprising cut, because you just reach down, like shovel up the glass. A friend of mine had dropped a jar of what do you call it? The spaghetti sauce, like the ragu stuff.
Ragu, yeah.
And I'm like, I reached down to get one piece of glass, and I didn't see the other that was hidden. I'm like, dang it. And I got ragu poisoning.
Yeah.
It was tragic.
Pomodoro poisoning.
I craved garlic bread for months. It was horrible.
Be glad you're not a vampire. Otherwise, you would have just burst into flames.
Pedro Mateus, what's new with you?
There's a Warhammer 40k sale happening on Steam, and much like many other people, I grabbed a game. It wasn't Bolt Gun, though I want to play that. It was Inquisitor Martyr. That's it's an RPG very much like Path of Exile Light.
Diablo,
yeah, kind of Diablo 3-ish. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've been playing it on the Steam Deck. It plays really, really well. Just lock it at 40, and it's a very fun time, and the battery lasts for like 3 or 4 hours playing it, so it's very good.
Speaking of Steam Decks, that's going to be the first thing we talk about after we increase the battery life of the horse.
Yeah, we need to hook up some sort of Melta-cell. I don't know. I was hoping to pull some sort of orc reference out of my ass, but it's not coming. It's the Steam
So, do you think maybe?
Did you write that down?
Yes. What did I write down again?
I don't know. We should check Steam Overlay.
Oh, hush. Notes on your deck. You know what? Challenge notes, or I like to call it. In the latest beta client update, May 25th, the initial support for the notes, that's something that's been rolled into the desktop client. This is going to allow basic editing. Advanced formatting features are not currently available, so don't get too crazy with your note taking. And they also fixed an issue adding Flatpaks to non-Steam shortcuts. Small mode is now matching small mode of the non-beta client. And still completely, wholly unable to scroll in the damn store on a 24-thread Threadripper.
Well, I mean, this is the Steam Deck beta client, not the Steam beta client.
Don't care.
All right.
I'm mad about that, and I'm taking my shot, man.
All right.
Because I read about this, and I was like, I wonder if they've updated the beta client. And I tried it again.
They have, because it's not doing the freezing anymore for me. So whatever they did, it worked.
One thing I'm curious about though, like, are the notes gonna persist? Is that like scooped up via cloud save? What happened? Because like, yes. A, what if the game doesn't support cloud saves? Do your notes still persist? And B, like, yeah, I guess there's just question A. That's it.
It syncs via cloud saves. So I guess if the game doesn't support it, your notes don't go either. I'm not sure.
What I am sure of is the Talos Principle is getting a sequel. This was part of the Sony State of Play? Is that what it's called?
Yes. Yeah, I think State of Play is theirs.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing, and this was the only thing that I was like, oh, man, that's kind of neat, because we need a new benchmark on Linux.
Oh, BDSM.
Hey, man. A thought-provoking... This is more Talos Principle, right? That's pretty much what I got from the takeaway. Now, let's be honest. There's no mention of operating systems at the bottom of this page yet. And
TBD.
Here's my biggest thing. Pro Team pulled one on us with Serious Sam 4. Because Serious Sam 4, absolutely, positively, there's photographic evidence. I don't know if you call it photographic. There's screenshots, let's say that, of Linux being a supported operating system until it launched. And they went, LOL, what? We never said that. I don't think they said it earlier. They just pleaded ignorance on it.
Yeah, no, they didn't say anything, and yeah, after Sam 4, I don't think they're gonna do Linux version for this one.
Well, this isn't going to be on the Sirius engine, though.
Yeah, there is that, yes.
This is UE5?
UE5, yeah.
Oh, my main concern with the Talos Principle specifically, which was the reason I stopped playing the first one, is how much of a chore some of the puzzles become, because you can see the solution, you just have to wait for the things to line up so that you can actually do it, which is annoying. So it remains to be seen if they fix that for this one.
Whether or not they click export or not, Pro Team does like using Vulkan, so we can probably assume that it's going to run decently well under Wine.
Probably.
I mean, if you weren't around at the time, like when that was going around, yes, I know people who were 3. It was kind of surprising we didn't get Serious Sam 4, because they had previously, earlier that year released the Serious Sam
Fusion, that had everything.
Everything, and all of that was Linux native, and they were doing Linux updates, and then disappeared.
Yeah, and to Strider's point in chat, Fusion started going real downhill after they stopped supporting it. Like, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse, which is unfortunate, because like it was great to have all the Serious Sam games, like aside from 2, kind of just like all in one.
Right, and they were easy to play, easy to get up and running, and so I mean, I hope. I'll be honest with you, I was not a huge fan of the Talos Principle. I didn't hate it, and I was like, this is a good desert island game. If I didn't have anything to do, scratch your brains. But as you might notice, if you look at my playtime, I have a couple of 100 hours in the game. Why? Because that is my de facto benchmark engine. My de facto, if I'm doing a review on a video encoder, that's what I cycle through. So I'd like an updated version of that, Pro Team.
Give us the benchmarking game too.
Yeah, you know what?
Can we get a source code dump of Serious Engine 4? Maybe that would
no,
nice.
No. First, we're gonna get Vulkan support and Unigen.
Oh yes, that's coming. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait for Oil Rush to be playable. All they need to do is actually, I don't know, fix the game and make it fun.
Talos Principle, the Oil Rush.
The Oil Rush experience is it's just greased up robots running around.
Yep.
You say that like it's a bad thing. So, what do we got? Oh, another new game.
Yes.
It's
one
not a
that,
Wisconsin death trip, but
I saw it on the new releases yesterday. It's like, ooh, there's still time. Let's add that to the notes right quick. It's Summer Trip Cruise. It's developed by Gius Caminati, who is a Spanish game dev YouTuber. He goes into like engines and how they work and how to do certain things.
Tokyo Drift.
And it is very, very drifty. He's got a few videos on his channel where he's just drifting the boat around, and I have, like, all through that, I had Dave Rogers' Deja Vu playing in the back of my head. Clearly, I've been in this place before.
I like this. I like to call this screenshot, I didn't hear no bell.
So, yeah, it is, you have to maneuver a cruise through a level, and you have to dodge the obstacles, avoid the currents, don't run into rocks or the other boats. Give the people on board opportunity
look,
to
that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa surrounded by. Oh, so this takes place 4 years in the future? Right.
Yeah.
Give or take, yeah.
11.96, 10% off, 12.99.
I'm just seeing like
priced.
I'm just seeing Titanic Simulator, right? Like they need to have a mode of like how high can you rack up the casualties, right? Because it's not just the people on the boat. Like, can you knock over the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Well, this led to the real question, and we talked about it a little bit in the pre-show. When I saw this and I saw the drifting, I said, I want to jump ramps in a cruise ship. Like a full stack Disney ocean going cruise ship for real. Like, what are the logistics? How fast do we need to get this thing going? How much weight do we need to drop? How big does this ramp need to be, and how far?
At a certain point, will air resistance disintegrate the boat
before
we can accelerate
a cruise ship catch air, man, and land.
So it'll just be like a molten like slug of metal by the end of it.
I'm just saying, if you see a weird GoFundMe, like, hey, I got an idea, guys. Maybe we can pitch it to Netflix or Discovery or somebody. Like, hear me out. This next bit is a game update of a game that Jordan and I had the experience of going all the way through.
Yes, we went through the multiplayer component of Portal 2, and there's for those of you who liked Portal and wanted more of it, there was a mod that was put up by the community called Portal Reloaded, and it added a third portal that allowed you to travel 20 years forward in time, and added some like time travel mechanics where you can like place boxes in one time frame, and if you move them in another, then they disappear, and there's like a whole bunch of interactions. So these guys, they said, well, Portal has co-op abilities. We're going to make Portal Reloaded a co-op mod now. And the way they do that is instead of having four movement portals, one player has the time portal and one player has the space portals. And then you just got to solve the puzzles accordingly. I am looking forward to this new series that I'm going to chain Ben to a desk and force him to play through. We promised to do that.
Well, they plan to launch it this summer. If you want to play around with it, you can right now. Just opt into the beta and select the public testing branch. But they highly recommend that at least one person in this party have previous experience with Portal Reloaded. What would be the fun in that? There we go. There's your cold open tomorrow.
Not even a little bit.
Like, why take all the fun out of it? So yeah, maybe we'll play around with that. I don't know if we'll play around with it before it's finished, or I don't know.
I'd
There's a playtesting tab on the website.
I'll probably wait for till GA. My experience trying to get the Portal, the Half-Life 2 co-op thing running with like the dedicated server. Mm-hmm. Now I'll wait until someone has confirmed that that's working.
I still got to finish playing through Black Mesa.
Yes,
I do. I want to finish my road to Zen, but I don't want to bad enough to get out of the fuck box that I'm.
With your 4 bullets and 2 grenades and 9 health or whatever. 2.
I got 2 revolver rounds. That's it.
Oh man!
And I'm coming out of a tunnel with just bullshit.
Gotta cheese it.
Yeah, exactly. I just hadn't been able to bring myself to do it. Neverwinter Nights has been around for like
over 20 years.
Yeah, the 21 years, give or take. It didn't come out on Linux until 2003, so 20 years basically. But yeah, no, Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition, the new version, the patch that we talked about that was in development a while back is now out proper. So all of the improvements and the new toon shader are available. The big one for me is the the increasing multi-classing limitations from 3 to 8, which you can do by editing the rule set 2DA file. I left the location in the show notes if you want to go have a look. Yeah, just open that file, search for multi-class, change it from 3 to 8. Away you go. It'll work on all the local modules. For multiplayer, the people who own the server will need to make that change themselves, obviously.
You're one step closer now to just like fully embodying pun in Neverwinter Nights. I'm pretty sure someone has added like a Saruk Shaper prestige class from that one Forgotten Realms book that allows you to do the insane
player
pun
resource
stuff.
Consortium adds like 40 or something classes, so it's probably one of them.
Yeah,
can I place like a Jello cube?
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah, gelatinous cubes are the thing.
Yeah. No, you can also just play as a cube of Jello. You have no abilities because you're just Jello. But
I'm good with that.
The game's not going to stop you from doing that.
I wanted to see some screenshots of this toon shader. I'm like, well, you guys bring this up, but I don't see any screenshots.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I posted one on Discord actually.
Is it anime-tastic?
It was the one that I commented about the new Borderlands game being something that I could be totally into.
Oh, okay, that's what that was about.
Yeah, it had the toon shader. It was like the
I can't
cartoony black outlines around the character.
I can't tell the fucking difference. I'm gonna be real with you.
If you do comments about Borderlands from me, that's the one.
See, and I thought you were like, keep on the Borderlands. I'm thinking a couple levels too advanced for that. Yeah.
No, it was purely a pun on the the screenshot and the.
So what we were saying is like this is not like egregious. Like this is not gonna look like a Pixar Neverwinter Nights. This is one of those like, hey, ray tracing's on. I'm like, where? Point at it.
No, it does like the posterize effect, and it adds the black outlines around the characters.
No. Beam dog. Gotta add some RTX to Neverwinter Nights, man. Just... Listen, you have the performance overhead. This game already runs at like 9 billion frames a second.
No, it doesn't. Only on the menu. Once you get in game, it struggles. That engine's
That's why you need ray tracing to take advantage of
all I'm hearing is they have not open sourced this.
No.
Well, there you go. That's how you. I mean,
there is an open source project that's trying to
Zorios.
Zorios, yes.
Does that have ray tracing yet?
Time to make a pull request.
Yeah. Here's a game that's got an update that has got online multiplayer, but I think we probably should revisit it at some time, Jordan.
Probably. This is Hero Siege. It's a point and click ARPG, similar in vein to your Diablos or your Path of Exiles and whatnot. But they have a new update coming. 2.0 is coming down the pipe, and it is a big chunky rework of quite a bit. A bunch of the back-end systems are getting overhauled.
Look at that door for the Final Fantasy sword.
Oh yeah. All of the classes are getting redesigned to give them like unique abilities. The abilities themselves, currently, they're all like a bunch of passive buffs, but now they're going to change the paradigm so that it's all active powers with a couple passive powers to buff them. Entirely new environment art. They're breaking up servers into regions for like US, EU.
What's going on with that? They want you to like give them money.
So currently there is one server region right now, and when the other ones go live, you get a free migration to go to whatever server you prefer to go to. And then if you want to move your character afterwards, then you got to pay them.
What do they have to do? Put it in a fucking thumb drive and mail it?
Pretty much.
Real question, man.
I mean, like the realm transfers or zone transfers or whatever are pretty common in MMOs if you want to like move to a different region. So like it's not like
there's many people playing this.
I doubt it.
And that's the thing. Realistically, will this affect anyone? Probably not. But I'm reporting the news, man. What do you want?
There's like
it's
599. Yeah, like there's 427 players currently in Hero Siege. Why are you segmenting the player base? At this time, after the game has been out for this long, why are you doing that? You want to kill it?
Probably because multiplayer performance is shit, and you need to break it up into per region. Otherwise, it gets real bad.
I don't know. Don't buy it on Steam Deck. It crashes every 5 to 30 minutes. Look, ASCII booty.
That's the thing. The multiplayer in this game, unless you are in a party with other players, you can't see them. It's the Diablo 3 style of multiplayer.
Why is there so many butts?
I cannot lie, man. I mean,
ASCII art. I don't.
but it's like just butts. It's the same butt over and over again.
Oh my! All right.
Oh my God, Becky.
Hang on. Yeah, right. It's $6.99 to get the container for the keep going. $300 of DLC. So that might have something to do with it.
No, okay, never mind. You know my question about segmenting the player base? Mm-hmm. Fuck you, I've already segmented the player base.
Oh yeah, if you wanna buy the classes, you gotta unlock them.
Sorry, no, that was a stupid question of me. Clearly,
I don't know. You can get the complete bundles, and you can get a 4-pack for $24.99.
No, oh,
hey, maybe not.
We do have it in our library, so maybe it's worth checking it out one more time. Coming up next, AMD has a new video card, and we are all very, very excited about it. And also, we finally get to talk about the big news this week. The Linux Game Jam from itch.io, obviously.
Woohoo! Jam. Dun da da dun da da.
Nobody blows me the raspberry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to enter our intermission, which means we got a second to go to vote.linuxgamecast.com. Take a look at some of the show titles people have been suggesting. Ragu poisoning, all right. Fair. Clean your flux. We need a flux capacitor. Why are there so many butts? I like it, Jill, if it wasn't so long. My God, Becky. Look, ask him. Don't breathe this. Greased up robots.
I like greased up robots.
There we go.
Zombie, get the chocolate pudding. Woo!
Man.
Fucking hedonism bot.
Fuck yeah. When's the new series of Futurama coming out?
I don't know.
It's like very soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's impending. I kind of got caught up on Futurama. I think the last two I didn't watch.
They're okay.
Yeah, it's whatever. That's part of the problem. Everyone's like, sure, all right.
Like that was the thing. Like, see, Futurama like ended at a sweet spot where it's like they had 4 really good seasons. The movies were okay. I like the first 2 movies. The back 2 were just kind of, but like yeah, it kind of lost its edge after a while. It was the same kind of problem I had with Disenchanted or the writing just isn't as sharp anymore, right? Like, I'm going back and watching old Simpsons episodes, and I'm just like I have seen these episodes many times, and I'm still laughing my ass off at these jokes, and like that humor just isn't present anymore. Doesn't have the bite.
I mean, it didn't stop the Simpsons. They're still going after 30.
So I've heard that they got a second wind. I have heard that like
Jordan's right. I heard that in 2001.
Yeah, but like, and that's the thing. Like, there is that gulf of like, oh well, this manga is really good. You just got to get past like chapter 700, and then it starts getting. Yeah, so there's
Naruto.
Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I don't know.
One Piece. I keep seeing the new episodes of One Piece going, and it's like, oh, episode 1048. What?
Yeah. The point is like where is that cutoff, and where can you start watching? And like then the question is like, do you take the risk?
I don't know. I checked
like
out
old Simpsons will always be there. Like,
oh yeah,
I need to pee. I'll be right.
You do that. Don't wet yourself.
Too late. Why does everyone want to run away from me?
Oh man. Well, there's always that, like, you like kind of wake up in the morning sometimes and you're like, oh man, I really need to get up and go. And you know, maybe if I lay on my side for a minute. Oh, okay. Like, nope, not getting out of this one. All right, gotta get up.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, I haven't even had a chance. I never played the Portal 2 Reloaded, so I have genuinely no idea. I knew we covered it.
I had a Let's Play of it running in the background, but I was like intentionally not paying attention to the gameplay.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm aware of like the rules of like how the time portal works, but I don't know about like any specific puzzle solutions.
Hopefully it's not like really crashy. What I really want to do is get the Half-Life Remake co-op server thing. I've been meaning to sit down for like 2 years now.
The Black Mesa co-op?
Yeah. Because we had a good time with
Meet the Freemans?
Yeah, that was fun.
Energy.
That was good. We had a bunch
Turning
of
every enemy into a bullet sponge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but people could just pop in, pop out, like whatever. There was no like What did you do Thursday?
Just Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Empty said that he's free for the next foreseeable future, so I gotta go through his list of games and see what he's got.
Well, might I suggest Hero Siege?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
Foxy's been like bugging me to do the Starship Troopers one, but he also messaged me at 2:00 in the morning, so I'm just not gonna do it on principle.
Oh yeah, there you go. You're not up at 2:00 in the morning, are you?
I need to go to sleep better. I got work in the morning.
Well, like that's ever stopped anybody in the history of us from being up at 2:00 in the morning.
That's true. Honestly, I've been trying to improve my sleep just because like the powerlifting stuff is like super dependent on it. So
the yeah, like I guess it's safe to like add, but I mean, like don't have reply me at like 4.
Right, like just be aware of like
you know where everyone
the
lives.
time zones, right? Like yeah, you can Google time in Toronto or whatever, right? Like also, I don't have the new Starship Troopers game, and I don't want to pay for it. So
how much is it? How's it even reviewing?
I don't know.
Man, well, fuck. I guess we'll never find out.
Yeah.
Terran Command, very positive. Wait. Oh, has it been out? Wait, this isn't that.
Is it
Where's the new one?
Extermination.
Extermination.
Yeah, Extermination. It's early access and it's $32.50.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. So
$24.99. Yeah, that's Halo with bugs.
Maybe when it comes out. Yep.
Mature content. Would you like to know more?
Bugs and players bleed when hit. The troopers occasionally use rough language. Oh, it's DX12 too, so I can't fucking play it.
Yeah, you can.
Correction, I can't play it at above 24 frames a second.
You play it on your Steam Deck.
True, I can't. I could stream it. It just takes some doing.
Yeah.
Like set up a capture.
Nah, just point your webcam at your Steam Deck.
No, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna like set up my my phone and just be like, yo, just
see if you get a mirror in there for no reason.
Yeah. So Slack has this where like if you like mouse over a person's name, it'll tell you like what time it is on their local time.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
There's probably something like that in Discord, but
probably, but yeah,
it's easy enough for me to like segment like where people are at geographically, and it's not a. no events. New York, Bordeaux, and Sydney. It's always like 11, 10, 11, or 12 in Australia, no matter what time it is.
There's only 2 times in Australia, 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock.
It's like a little after 11 in the morning, 24/7. Pedro was looking at his vape like he was going to ask it on a date.
No, the plastic on the tank is getting a little
Will
cloudy.
you marry
I
me?
was making sure it wasn't running on empty.
What do you mean no, you bitch?
Can't wait to leave this. It's your problem now? Free doll? What are you talking about?
I did the free raccoon thing. It got taken, so.
And apparently dumped like a block away.
Yeah. And then someone took it later, so. It was by garbage day, it was gone. So, you know what? Mission accomplished. Task failed successfully.
Yeah,
I got
creepy
a lot of people
porcelain
to
doll.
thank this time around. I don't know who sent me the USB switcher though. That didn't come with anything.
Yeah, you do. Go look at the.
The 8 mil.
Yeah.
Oh, was the Kai Linux? All right.
There's clues. They've been left.
Yeah, if the item is from a third-party seller, you can't leave a note, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Nobody sent the raccoon. The raccoon shipped its own pants.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to Google raccoon pants because they probably exist.
There's probably like multiple Etsy shops of like raccoon pants.
And I'm Googling raccoon pants. Here we are.
I said I wasn't gonna do it, but here we are.
I mean,
I'm weak. The ladies love me. I kind of want that shirt.
trash pandas.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's legal to have a trash panda as a pet here.
Do they have raccoons in the UK?
Huh?
Not particularly. At least not naturally.
Yeah, I thought they were like more of a North American thing.
The abomination raccoons.
They're an invasive species, right? Like someone brought them over, and now there's just a raccoon infestation in London.
Pedro should get a pet stoat.
Yeah,
those they do have them here. Yes.
Mustelids are great.
Or a raven.
I just have to sneak into the backyard and wait because there's usually a few perched on the wall there.
Remember, you just gotta shout "nevermore" at them a bunch, and then they'll.
And then they just turn to me and go.
Peck your fucking eyes out. It'll be awesome.
They don't care. They genuinely don't care. There's like a narrow path through the middle of the trees that I take to work, the shortest. And there's usually like a raven just bouncing around on the floor, and I walk right past it. Does not give a shit. Doesn't even look at me.
I just like that one bit from Rick and Morty. It's like, "Hello, little boy. Can you understand us? We'll grant you wishes." Fuck, is he responding? I don't know.
Oh, what was that Rick and Morty episode that opened with Rick
and
like
two
the
crows?
Yeah, like the fucking anime shit. I'm like,
yeah.
Right. Dude, no, the only animals, I have deer, and they give negative fucks. Like, they'll just stand in the backyard, you can scream at them, you can throw whatever's on your deck at them, they're just like, yeah, that's cool.
Do you gotta like bar your like low windows?
Mm-hmm.
In
Calgary,
Calgary,
but the window.
yeah. In Calgary, you have to do that because like they'll just like straight up get in your basement and just trash the place.
Huh.
Yeah,
I must have learned it from the moose.
probably.
Canadian deer roll hard, man.
Dude, I was walking to work one day at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and like this stag just like fucking pops out of a bush. He stares at me, and I stare at him like, "You have sharp horns, so I'm gonna let you decide what's going on here."
Like, my name's not Homer.
Yeah. Find your soulmate, Homer. So, I had to explain why I was late to my boss. I'm like, oh, deer. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, that's always a fun one, isn't it? You're like, listen,
you don't pay me to fight wild animals.
I am not creative enough to make this shit up. So,
Speaking of deer, there are actually muntjacks in the greens around where I work.
try to catch one.
Get some deer ticks.
They are skittish. But yeah, no, it's really fun to just be walking to work. It's just like, oh, hello there, tiny deer. How are you?
Go straight for the neck.
See,
One of them.
here we have coyotes, so those are less fun.
Yeah, no.
Especially when they go straight for the neck.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing that's like moderately interesting is when I run across an armadillo when I'm out jogging in the morning.
How do you not just like take them all? I just want to have an armadillo collection.
It freaks me the fuck out because it looks like a giant trilobite walking on the side of the road. I'm like, what? I'm like, right, those are, because I had to Google it. I'm like, what? I thought I felt like the lone one. It's like, is this somebody's pet? I'm like, no, they just live here. A deer suplex.
Yeah. Is that from an anime or from like WikiHow? I honestly can't tell.
That's from an anime.
Great subreddit, by the way, if you're looking for the WikiHow too. Subreddit.
So yeah, so some of those diagrams are just great.
That one person who's drawn hundreds upon thousands of
Yeah.
yeah.
There was like, it's like, how do you ask for a raise at work? It's just like, suffer. Ask for a raise. Be denied. Be depressed. It's just like the final panel is just like curled up in the fetal position. Like, fair enough, WikiHow Illustrator. That's preparing people for the reality of the situation.
Let's see, Nichijou. I don't think I've seen it.
It's like a Azumanga Daioh style. I'm vaguely aware of it.
I've seen Azumanga Daioh, but not Nichijou.
I think it might be the same guy.
He's come down like, I'm in your walls.
How to be a hot girl. Plant.
What?
Yes. How to catch ghosts.
Oh, is it just the link to the WikiHow? Okay.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, then we're
How to
gonna
hold in a
bookmark
fart.
Nichijou for me to watch next time.
How to act like a Furby. Decide what color Furby you are.
Pensive. Oh man.
Holding a fart? Yeah, there we go.
Yep. That guy has got some cheeks. By putting them in front of God. What?
In front of God.
Are these just like prompts now, or like AI prompts? Take him, Jesus.
WikiHow.
Yeah, ChatGPT is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you can't trust large language models. This is what they're trained on.
Oh, we have a pretty large, language pool on the internet. Let's just feed it like the popular websites.
Oh yeah. Feed it. Feed it to Tumblr, man. See what happens.
Okay, but only like the archive
It'll just
of
be, like,
Tumblr
really horny.
until they ban porn.
Yeah, this is gonna be super fucking horny. Like, the AI is not stop. The AI won't stop calling me daddy, and I've specifically told it not to 800 times.
What was the safe word again?
It's been lost to time. I thought I was going to get more entertainment value out of like Google Bard, but
no, Bard is like the Ned Flanders of fucking large language models.
You want like Google Jack Nicholson or something like that, right?
Yeah, I want Google Busey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just want like, I want the Okay, so literally just watch the episode of like OG Star Trek where like Captain Kirk gets like split in half into like the evil Kirk and like the good Kirk. And I have to imagine that like Bard is like the good Kirk equivalent. I want to see Google's like evil Kirk equivalent of Bard. I want to see Brad. How to find a sugar daddy.
Google Brad was trained on IRC chat logs from 1993 until 2000.
Yeah. Google Brad was just trained entirely on 4chan and bash.org.
What was the name of the Microsoft
we rated on the
bot
scale of 900 kilo Hitlers.
The Microsoft bot that they released on Twitter? Tay? Yeah.
Dude, did you see the report that they're going to be
though.
integrating AI into Windows 11 AI assistant?
They're dropping Cortana.
Well, no, Cortana has gone rampant, so they're replacing her with Weapon, just like in Halo.
Sorry, I can't do that, John.
Someone just like create HAL 9000. Just like let's drop the pretense.
Well, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, we know you got the scary shit. Let's see the scary shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
Just give me the pod bay door so it refuses to open it.
Well, that's the thing. They're not going to show the scary shit because they know that investor well is. So I hope it would dry up, but likely it's going to be like, oh, we can make it even more evil. Give me.
I've always been like that with Google. I'm like, Google, show us the super scary shit. The shit that's like, whoa, wow, you can track all that and do all that. But no.
Yeah, no, show me the profile you have about me. I want to see how accurate it is.
What if it's boring? Like, damn it, we got to do something to spice this one up.
Oh yeah, no, like, that's the truth of the matter is like all of us are just like profoundly boring. Not like, yeah.
I have no illusions to the contrary. I just want to know just how much they know.
That's going to be an interesting one. I always like the idea of having like a universal like data like bucket that you could carry around with you from site to site. That was yours. And you could like plug it in like, oh, I want to move to this social network or whatever. And you like click, done.
Yeah, interop. There's some discussion about like potentially like lobbying to make to like mandate Facebook have the government mandate Facebook like and Twitter introduce some level of interoperability so that you do have like that level of data portability, which I think is ultimately a good idea, right? Like ultimately the Web 2.0 thing of like, oh well, let's just like give control of all of our data to these third parties. I think that's all well and good, but like, how do you get your data out once it's in there? That's how
You
Facebook.
can't.
It's our data.
That's how Facebook has like basically captured their audience.
I just don't use Facebook, and this is not from a like I'm too cool for school or I'm worried about privacy or anything like that. It's just like I don't use Facebook. I've never gotten anything out of the business account. Like I don't see the appeal. Like,
Well, back in the day, it was like, hey, post your stuff on Facebook.
oh, back in the day, I used Facebook. I was again, like when Facebook was a thing, when it was the Facebook, and even when it was Facebook for a little bit. Where did I go after Facebook?
Google Plus.
Maybe Google Plus. Yeah.
that was kind of it for me. It was like, oh, all the stuff I like is kind of on Google Plus and Twitter, and I'm not really using Facebook. I'm just gonna stop.
That's what, like, I don't get terribly attached. I'm real flexible when it comes to social networks. Like, what's the next thing? Let's go try that.
I went on Facebook because that's where Nori was.
Where did you start your social media adventure? I think mine was definitely, I was always in on this shit early too, because here I am hipstering it out. On MySpace, I created a personal profile when MySpace was a place for bands. Like, it was just filled with
I never did MySpace. I think, like, legitimately my first social network outside of, like, forums, because that's mostly where I spent my time. Was like PHPBB, Envision Free, that kind of stuff.
You know, PHPB like, turned like 30 recently.
Sorry, let me crumble to dust. Let me just like.
That was the first forum software I ever set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first one was
that introduced me to MySQL. That's
PHP and SQL, yeah.
My PHP admin just looking at the SQL queries and going, "What the fuck does this do? I don't know."
Oh, I didn't know what I was doing, but I got it.
And then you learned it, and you're like, "Oh, well, that's dumb." What fucks me up now is I'm too used to MySQL, and I'm switching to Postgres, and like, there's just like so many little differences. You have to like cast things as specific types. There's like additional like access layers and stuff. I'm like, oh.
The thing I've had to worry about lately. It's Azure at work, so that's all MySQL anyway. But in the midst of it,
MSSQL?
MySQL. Okay. You can use MS SQL, but most people just use MySQL. And the one thing that I heard was that apparently MariaDB did something naughty recently, though I didn't look into it.
I tell people to go over to Maria instead of MySQL. The problem is like a lot of. I think the problem is like Maria was a little too successful with being like a drop-in replacement because like, oh yeah, all this stuff works with MariaDB and MySQL, so like people are still using MySQL because and like all the tooling is still for MySQL and
that was the established one.
Yeah.
So what happened with the Graphene OS thing this week?
I wasn't paying attention.
I saw Louis Rosman made a video. He's like, I no longer recommend Graphene OS.
I mean, it was already limited to just the Google device.
News. Nothing in the news page on Google. Maybe Rossman has some specific gripe or something. I don't know. Louis Rossman. Why I deleted Graphene OS. Went from 1 day ago.
Oh, is there a TLDR? There's usually someone on Reddit who has a TLDR.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for in like the YouTube comments too. It's just like.
We are professional internet researchers.
Okay, apparently this is like some personal conflict with one of the Graphene OS members.
There are screenshots of Matrix.
Hey man, have you heard about Matrix?
Well, what's the new one now? The Roblox one?
Old Graphene video, which were obviously I don't know.
So I guess there's Yeah, it's a 17-minute video. I don't think I'm gonna like figure out the broad strokes by paging through it.
What are timestamps?
No timestamps. Chats you
People.
couldn't see on screen. He has a Google Doc of all of the chats. Okay. Emails.
Yeah, I was just curious, man. Come on. All
Yeah, right. This is requiring too much research for the middle of a Twitch stream.
All right. To be determined. Let's go ahead and hop in to the news because we get to talk about 7,600 reviews.
That rhymed.
Pause. All right. Let's get
I want my OS made by someone singing Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
That's a boring song to play, by the way.
No.
Good song. Boring to play. Right. Dun, dun, dun. And you always hit that too hard because you're bored from going dun, 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 dun. Ladies and gentlemen, news segment coming to you. We got some people to thank. We got plenty of people to thank this week.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
A tsunami of them. In 3, 2.
The news are coming, but the news clearly play second fiddle to this little bit of an intermission in between the two newsy segments where we thank you. Yes, you, currently listening to us right now. If it weren't for you, we probably wouldn't
Pedro,
be
do
doing
you think
this.
you could like tie a cherry stem with your tongue?
No.
Oh. All right.
My tongue is a little too thick, and I don't have that much maneuverability of it.
If you want to find that out, onlyfans.com/Linux Gamecast. But until then, you got to tide yourself over by heading on over to patreon.com/Linux Gamecast, where you can sub to our lovely nonsense that we do here. And get access to some cool stuff like our Discord channel, where we're basically pretty active the rest of the week. You can chat with us. We do game streams on Tuesdays.
It's always
Thursdays,
fun
and
when
Fridays.
somebody takes a day or two off of the Discord because you'll see like the replies and like, oh, somebody hasn't logged in a day. It's like, wow, that's a lot to cover.
Yeah. And especially if like you're getting added and there's like a bunch of responses like, what is this from? Oh, all the way up there. So stay on top of that. Get in our Discord. You can also get in by subbing to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Linux Gamecast. Link your accounts. If it doesn't work, go yell at Twitch, go yell at Patreon, go yell at Discord. We have zero control over it. What else? Do early access videos for Ven's Interfacing Linux series. We got the custom RSS feeds for the live and uncut shows. All sorts of good gravy stuff. We got store as well. Go to store.linuxgamecast.com. Buy some merch. Buy some t-shirts, coffee cups, stickers, tote bags. You name it. Hell, whatever the hell else you can think of using them as. If you want to turn some shirts into pants, I won't stop you. And we got Wishstones as well. And here is where things get interesting. If you head on over to linuxgamecast.com, put your mouse over the support button. I have one, Jill has one, Pedro has one, Ben has one, and Kayore, he went a little nuts. He got us a bunch of stuff off our wish lists. He got me a keyboard plus mouse switch. He got Pedro an electric screwdriver. He got Ben 24 C's of
24 cents.
24 C's, baby.
Aha.
Yeah, for an interfacing Linux.
Aha. Got it. Yeah.
Damn it, I meant to hold it upside down. There you go, Pedro.
I can't go upside down.
Needs to be like inverted too and like flashing. We got some Patreons we got to thank. Euthanasia, my favorite POD song, I guess. I don't know. And Graf and Nubbin for subbing on Twitch. 36 months. Thanks a lot for that. Really
Pretty cool.
it.
Pretty awesome. Thank you all. If you want to come hang out with us, we do gaming streams. I do Trackmania on Tuesdays and Fridays. If you want to get into that, Good Crippling Addiction. It's a game from 2011. Trust me, your PC will be able to run it. If you like puzzle platforming, hop in our Discord. That's available for patrons and Twitch subs. Jordan is kind of doing variety night right now on Thursdays.
Yeah, until we settle on like a new game, we're just kind of trying stuff out. Maybe we'll do some Marmello. We haven't done some Marmello in a while.
All right, right on. And yeah, come say hi. Love to have you. Now,
get into it.
And Kylytics, you had an opportunity here for us to skirt the don't get banned off Twitch policy. That's way too nice, man. That's way too nice.
What does it say?
It's just a token of thanks. Kaijure, or formerly Kylytics.
See?
and we got banned. Thanks a lot, Pedro. Can't
Could
be
have
positive
been
on
way
the internet.
spicier.
AMD has released a card to put something to shame.
To put the 750
yes, in its place.
750 to shame. Yes,
they kind of put themselves to shame because apparently they had sent out the cards to reviewers along with everything else, and the price was originally $299. It's not anymore. Now it's $269. And according to the reviews, we have the one from Ars Technica linked in the show notes. And there were also Level 1 Techs actually did a test for it with it on Linux, and apparently it works.
It's kind of cute. It's a little
Day one. Yeah. It is, for $270, it performs about how you'd expect nowadays, which is severely underperforming when compared to $270 a few years ago. But hey, it is for 1080p.
It's got 3 red fans.
It doesn't have a fucking power
connector. It's the new AMD
explode.
reference design. It's got the 3 little fins.
Mm.
And for 1080p it performs very, very well. But yeah, the price change from $299 to $269, I guess we know how much the 4060 is going to cost because AMD probably know how much it is, and they probably know just the 10% faster that the 4060 is going to be compared to the 7600. So
yeah, the short version for all of these benchmarks, at least from the Ars Technica article, is that it is definitionally better than the 6600 and the 6650, but the 4060 Ti, the 4060 Ti 8 gig just fucking curb stomps it in basically every way, shape, or form. With the 4060, with the 3060 Ti coming up not too far behind. The one thing that I think shocked myself and Ven is that 8 gig A750, like it's holding its own, like. Actually, which is, mind you, this is all for a DirectX 12. It used to be, once upon a time, I guess now that I finished Strange Brigade, we don't get that information anymore. They would throw a Strange Brigade benchmark in just so that we could get some Vulkan numbers so that under Linux we get some, like, better idea as to how things actually run. Not so much these days.
No, I don't know, man. My big takeaway from this is that both the 7600 and the 4060 will trade blows, as Jordan said, with a 750. Some of them, the 750 is winning. And I'm like, what? And definitely the 770. And that was the GPU that was made to compete against last generation low-end offerings. So, us as consumers, I brought this up on Wednesday at the beginning of the show. We're just in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot. Like, at best, you could consider this card a side grade for somebody getting in. Then you're like, well, do you want to buy the card or you just want to buy a Steam Deck? And I decided to do, just kind of look around a little bit. Take a look and see how much it would cost. Because the one thing I constantly saw with the 4060 Ti, it's like, oh man, that thing is trading blows with the 3060 Ti. I'm like, all right. And the 4060 Ti is faster than the 7600. It just is. And it cost us significantly more, right? How much can you get that 3060 Ti, which the 4060 Ti is effectively, that's, speed-wise, just raw rasterization performance. Right now, used, you can get a 3060 Ti pretty much across the board for about $250, $260. That's what they're selling for.
Which is what they're charging the new 7600 for. So, yeah, it's...
241 in Canada.
Yeah.
233, and these are all sold. These are sold prices. These are, me being dumb on eBay.
Yeah, like $300 or less. That's pretty good.
I imagine now that this is out there, these numbers are going to probably start crawling up a little bit. So
maybe, yeah, I would say act now. I mean, my entire takeaway from this right now is if you're trying to decide it, that's quite a bit of a price delta between the 7,600, but maybe like I just need something, and maybe if you're somewhere in between there, the best card to buy right now if you're building a budget system, I think value price performance wise is 3060 Ti. None of the new stuff that has come out. It's just underwhelming.
Unless you really need AV1. Yep.
You absolutely need to test out the beta upstream to YouTube because Twitch isn't having it yet.
Well, I mean, if you desperately need AV1, get a 750D. They're a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, no, the 8 gig 750 from Intel is like $200
bucks
right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
given that like you're in the same ballpark, you're not losing out much.
So let's talk about our favorite company, Nintendo. And we're going to bring up Nintendo. Rarely is it followed by positive news. So let's keep that tradition
not lately
alive and well. Dolphin on Steam has been indefinitely postponed. It is with much disappointment that we have to announce that the Dolphin on Steam release has been postponed. We were notified by Valve that Nintendo has issued a cease and desist. Deceased? Yes, desist.
It wasn't just me. It's not just me. I did that too once.
Against Dolphin's Steam page, we've removed the Dolphin from the Steam until the matter is settled. Currently investigating our options as more in-depth response in the future. We appreciate your patience in the meantime. I saw that. I'm like, not beyond the realm of Nintendo, man. You throw Nintendo in that equation, I was like, and it is like followed by then Nintendo punched a puppy. I'm like, well, it is Nintendo.
There's that meme there. It's like, it was like an Indonesian kid built his own Nintendo Switch out of cardboard, and Nintendo sent him a cease and desist.
So I went digging around. I'm like, let's see what's going on here. So I found the soon-to-be former accountant, bookkeeper, if you will, for the Dolphin EMU project on Mastodon. And they write, you may have seen or heard about the Dolphin Valve Nintendo thing from the Amazing Room. Unfortunately, pretty much everyone has been getting the legal details wrong, including Dolphin themselves on their blog, now fixed. Quick thread, personal summary of the situation. So there'll be a link in the show notes to this. You can read through the entire thing yourself. But just to summarize it, Valve was like, we need to ask Nintendo if they're cool with us having Dolphin on the store. So they rang up Nintendo and they're like, so what do you think about this? And Nintendo's like, we're Nintendo. The fuck do you think we think? We're going to do what we do.
There's just the sound of a gun clicking over the phone.
Right. I was like, well, does the question need to be asked? And Valve's like, yeah, you're Nintendo. So they came back and they're like, Nintendo's not cool with us. And we didn't think they were going to be. And we don't want to be stuck in the middle of this bullshit. So peace, we're out.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, like, we could talk about like the ethics and legality of emulation, but Dolphin is in a bit of a tricky spot when it comes to this, because unlike your Yuzus or your PCSX2s, Dolphin does not require you to provide a BIOS or system keys because they use illegally distributed decryption keys. Now, what this actually ultimately means is like, oh my god, this is an illegally distributed number. How awful that the string of digits is now publicly available. In the Reddit thread, someone actually posted a handy little circumvention tool, called the free speech flag, where you can just like represent the code as just like a binary, as just like an image, just like convert it into binary and be like, hey, here's this image that I can freely say is totally not something that you can plug into your Dolphin emulator and it will make your games work all of a sudden. But again, as long as Dolphin is implementing the keys like this, they will be at risk for DMCA style retribution from Nintendo. So unfortunately, technically, Nintendo is in the right, but it is still dumb. It's fucking stupid.
Nintendo's argument would be
fuck you. That's bypassing.
Why. Yeah.
Click.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they're attempting to bypass the DRM, the restrictions that they put in place to only allow those games to run on their hardware. But as the person says, the way that the Wii actually does the decryption in OS is widely open. It's not obfuscated in the least. You can, if you have the chops to do it, find out very easily how they did it, and that's how Dolphin actually got that key in the first place, because the way that the Wii OS handles the decryption is just out in the open.
Thanks to the wonders of the DMCA, though, the fact that there is an encryption key in there just at all means that circumventing that in any way, shape, or form is a no-no.
But is that enough of a protection that you can call it circumvention and not just reading what's on screen? That's the legal argument that could be presented.
When it comes down to like encryption, like I think that's like a whole section lined out where the answer is fucking yes, we can.
Yeah, the DMCA, like that's why they're putting like encryption keys in HDMI cables, right? Like, is because it doesn't matter if it can be easily defeated. The fact that the key is there means that it's illegal to circumvent it in any way.
Circumvention being the key word there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not listening. Like, nobody's happy about it. Nobody's like going,
the law is back. It's a bad rule. Like no one's saying otherwise, but that is what the rule is.
So what do we think is going to happen though? Like, can Dolphin pull this mechanism out, and it'll be like one of the things where you get Uncle Slappy's key shack, and
actually, if they pull this out, all that people who dump the ROMs need to do is to dump them unencrypted. Right now, Dolphin has the advantage of you can have the disk with the encrypted game on it, and you load it, and it works. If this becomes a problem, then people will just start decrypting the ROMs.
Well, again, it's just because we know that we can probably have a good guess that Nintendo's coming out with the GameCube Classic in like a couple of years, and they're going to want you to pay $100 to play your favorite GameCube games on a little box. So
you don't need the Wii key to play the GameCube games.
Or what? Whatever. The point is, this is what Nintendo does. They went after AM2R because they're releasing their own Metroid 2 remake. This is just how Nintendo plays their game.
Nintendo is draconian about their IP, and you like fuck around and find out with Nintendo, but you already know what the find out part's going to be every single time.
And Nintendo is one of those things where like they're a legit 100-year-old company. They can take a loss every year for like the next 50 years and still be functional. Like
they don't care. They don't care.
They are rooted.
That's just unfortunate. Like, and you know what? I understand like where Valve is coming from. Valve's like, this ain't our fight, man.
Oh yeah, Valve doesn't want to get dragged into another protracted court battle.
You know what?
It's like they're already getting sued in Europe, and they got sued in Australia. That's how you have the refunds now. So let's get sued in Japan too.
They're also trying to break into Japan, right? They want to play nice there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So the Steam Deck has a chance of being really popular in Japan.
I mean, for all you know, you might have hit on something right there. That might have been part of the call. Like, hey, oh, did you see like the midnight release or whatever of the NVIDIA 40 series? At the Japan, it was some retail, and they had like a big event for it, and one person showed up.
One guy outside. One guy.
One person.
Amazing. You love to see it. But like that guy went home with like 6 4090s, man. Like he's like
it was to get his one card, and he was like, "Yay!" Maybe somebody could like help back the Dolphin project. Like see if they could fight this out. Like I was thinking like a company possibly. That is like a company that has been going out of their way to look out for developers and looking out for the gamers. The company that has like your best interest in heart could help the Dolphin project. And yes, I'm talking about Epic Games.
Yeah, or some other free speech absolutists can help Dolphin pay for.
No, I'm talking about like Epic, Tim Sweeney, because how much lip service are we getting? For like, hey man, we're trying to help out gamers, and we're doing this for you by locking games behind our store.
That's been his spiel the whole time, and it's been proven that it's only helping him and his company and the developers.
The monkey's paw closes, people. and Dolphin becomes closed source and an Epic exclusive. Your wish has been granted.
Epic exclusive for years, closed source, doesn't work on Linux anymore. No.
Yeah. You fucking evil Shenron over here.
Now requires a valid Windows 11 license.
Yeah. You can only play it in Fortnite, so you have to launch Fortnite and then you can play your Wii games.
Don't tempt them. We do have some good news, though. We got our 2023 Game Jam getting ready to go.
Yeah, it's actually started already. The itch.io Linux Game Jam for 2023 is up and running. The theme is just that. It needs to run on Linux. They say, so what's the end date? Must be submitted to the official itch.io Game Jam page before the end of June the 5th. And there's already a couple of entries. Submitted so far, we have Anti-Alien Attack Pico and Devious Licks.
Kinky.
So
yeah, you have until June
we
5th.
know the one I'm clicking on, so
Yeah, you got about 2 weeks to get your game done. If you do work better under constraints, they do have some suggested prompts such as Orange, Fractal, Conduit, Occupy, and Fire. And as always, needs to have a Linux version. Doesn't have to be open source.
it needs a password to view.
Wait, is that Wimpy's game?
SWORFISH. Oh, it wasn't Swordfish. It's a sham.
No, I was going to say one of the games, Anti-Alien Attack, is made by Wimpy. So
click on it, Pedro. See what happens.
If you know the password or Wimpy, let us know what the password is.
So what we need to do is like strap Wimpy to a chair, like Casino Royale style, and like cut the bottom out. Get him to give us the password.
What? And be like, I got you to scratch my nuts.
Yeah, it was like, good. Here's another one.
A little to the left. All right. Go play with that. A little bit of a feel-good story here to close things out for the news.
Yeah, we've been closing off the news segment with a couple feel-good stories past couple weeks. Christoph Nakazawa, formerly of Facebook and Stripe, decided that he is burnt out on being a corporate shill and wants to start a game company so that he doesn't regret his life choices when he's old and is close to death. Not a bad reason to do a thing. So they are building a game called Athena Crisis. It is a Advanced Wars type strategy game with some ranked online multiplayer as well. The stack's entirely done in JavaScript because this guy is a web dev. But, making a game in JavaScript is actually kind of a smart play in 2023 because it can run on basically everything that can run a browser. Basically everything.
There's applications written with us.
Yep, pretty much. So that's pretty neat. All of the backend engine stuff is entirely open source. There are links to the GitHub pages on through the link. Links to all this is in our show notes. So much clicking, but yeah, it's nice to see that like someone's like, hey, I want to make some games. I want to do it with open source tooling, and I want to make it web first. And so yeah,
seems like a smart move, man. What game is this reminding me of that we did like last year, a year before, with the kaijus?
Into the Breach?
Into the Breach. Yeah, getting some vibes like that for audio listeners when you think of like the visual style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very, very Advanced Warsy.
Mm-hmm. I heard when I started reading the description, it's like, the first Nakazawa Tech. The first game Nakazawa Tech is creating is Athena Crisis, modern retro turn-based game with beautiful 2D pixel art. Mm-hmm. Likable characters.
It reads like a list of Pedro's kryptonite.
It's lickable characters.
No, there is no I, so yeah, it is lickable characters. But yeah, no, don't describe your own characters as likable. That's just giving assholes like me ammunition. But no, seriously, best of luck. You got out from under the clutches of Zuck, so go out there and kick ass.
We got to sign up for early access. How do we do that? I'm clicking on it. Better not be a password.
And enter the password. What's the password?
Coming to early access on iOS, Windows, Mac OS, and Android. Where's your Linux, bro?
Don't know. Android is Linux, man.
Almost had it all the way down. Done goofed right at the end.
Yeah.
No, man, you can run it on WSL.
You can run it in Chrome. Like, let's be real. Like,
right. Good times.
Yeah. So coming up next, we're gonna roll around on our treads and just be very, very lonely because we're throwing chairs at wee tanks.
Is that what we got? Scottish tanks.
Wee little tanks. Wee tanks.
Damn, I wish that had come to me like when I was writing my review.
Nintendo Nintendo DMCA tanks.
Killer tanks. All right. So let's go check out some show titles over at vote.linuxteamcast.com. Let's get some votes in. Ragu poisoning is running away with it though. Cease and Deceased. That's pretty good. Lickable characters. I like that.
Don't breathe this.
This track sucks. I don't like it. Metal Breakbeat. Man, Humble needs to release like a better music bundle. We could use some new licensed music. I still gotta download that from Pedro. Hi everybody, how's it going? I'm just filling air.
Alright, let me check my Google Drive. Okay, I named it game.m4v. Alright.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, GDQ's tomorrow? Nice.
Yeah, I gotta remember to like resubscribe to GDQ because they've been going live like every 10 fucking minutes for the past 3 days.
Doing the tests.
No, they're doing like pre-things.
Oh.
Which I can assume. That's all I can make of it. Yeah, those are always fun to watch, aren't they? I still have a sore spot in my heart for the guy who tried to speedrun Mad Max, and it just... everything went wrong for him. Everything. Like, we were cheering him on at the end. Like, come on, man, just get through it. And he did. He powered his way through it. So I would say good on him. You still that one too, Scott? Yeah, that was hard to watch, but I mean, he got through it. Pedro, when are you going to start speedrunning Dark Souls?
No. I like to, play games at my own leisurely pace. Just going into all the corners, looking at everything, and then playing it again and making sure that I actually got everything because I always miss something the first time around. So, yeah, no. Although, speaking of Dark Souls, Tomato Anus is like the speedrunner that I follow with any kind of regularity just because I'm subscribed to his channel on YouTube. And he finally did the couple of months ago all the Fallout games speedruns back to back from Fallout 1 to Fallout 4. It didn't include the mobile one. But yeah, no, he's funny. That's the sole reason I'm subscribed to him, is just because he's funny.
Fucking me thinking that was going to go somewhere.
Yes. Tomato Angus, as he introduces himself while doing GDQ, but then he says that the G is silent. My name is Tomato Angus, and the G is silent.
Well, I mean, he should have like a giant tomato goatsy back behind him on his wall.
Like, his name was always Tomato Anus, but then he started going to GDC and GDQ, and it started getting really popular, so advertisers said, nah, can't have someone called Anus.
Sellouts. Our corporate image has been tarnished. Does anybody have any recommendations for RGB light strips? Preferably with like I know. There's like, here comes the fucky parts. Like long, so at least 3 meters, and USB powered, preferably with a Bluetooth app. Made from a company that has existed more than 10 seconds on Amazon.
There you go. That's the qualifier right there.
I'm not having I felt like one company Groove, but like by the time you get to like the length You need 12 volts, apparently. You just can't do that with 5 volts.
There, even on motherboards, there are two RGB standards. One's the 5 volt, the other one's 12 volt. And some motherboards have, like this one, this Asus Prime X570 has the 2 headers.
I got 3 different RGB headers on this Threadripper.
Oh, you have probably have the
2 different
addressable
types,
and not addressable. Yeah.
Ridiculous. I'm like, those are never get used. No, unfortunately, like what's really complicated things is this makes sense when you think about it though. USB LED strips are only 6 foot. Why? Why is that, Jordan Swang?
Because 7 feet would be too much.
Give me a good guess. Come on.
I don't know. Economy of scale type thing.
Like, what would you do? Like a 6
foot LED strip?
Yeah.
That's like a man-sized one, right? Like, so
Run it down the back of your head all the way.
Yeah, I mean, like, is it to like cover doors or something? I don't know.
That would like barely go around like the top.
Well, I mean, like one side per door. I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's some stupid reason.
Okay, I'm going to give you another clue. Most of these that are the USB, these are like the big majority of them. They can also react to sound.
Like, insofar as like they'll increase in intensity when there's loud noise,
like pulse and
pulse change color. Yeah.
It made perfect sense when I finally clicked on one and looked at it. They're designed to go around the back of your LED big screens.
Okay.
Because people are weird like that, apparently.
It's the cheap Philips Hue.
Yeah, like I was like, it has to be for like some framing or something. Like it's a size standard or yeah.
Is that why your room keeps changing? Sorry, yes. Scott, you were left out. You bought the 4070 Ti. So close. And Jordan's going to end up buying the 4070 Ti.
I think so. Unless like I'm really impressed by the 78 or 7700.
I fucking hope not, because yeah, it's like damn it, the 4070 Ti is one I'm like, yeah, maybe. And if you get one, I can't get one. I mean, we've already had these. So it ran well on my 980. How did it run on yours?
Yes.
LED bulbs. Yeah, I got tons of LED bulbs, and I got RGB LED bulbs all in the studio. I got like 7 or 8 of them now. It's hilarious when you cut it on and look on the router log. Look at IP addresses.
Sorry, my light bulb can't renew its DHCP lease, so now I gotta exist in darkness.
It times out, yeah.
Yeah, no, AMD did price the 6950 XE at 4070 price level.
Here's the thing, though, Ploop. I live in Canada, so I'm subject to whatever fucked up pricing adjustments they make. So we'll see. Because again, I had a line on the 6900 that was like real cheap. I didn't go for it. That was like last year. And if I knew then what I knew now, I would have bought that card right then. But like the XTX was just on the horizon. And it's like, oh yeah, no, it's affordable.
1080 Ti didn't feel so old.
$999.
$999 for the XT. You want the XTX? Yes. 1200.
Ooh, how much are 2080 Ti's going for these days?
Probably not too bad.
All right, more or less than a 3060 Ti?
More.
Probably less, I'd say.
Oh, okay. So we got a game. Well played. Sold items. 2080 Ti's are currently going
Ooh, I was wrong.
For a okay,
yeah,
significantly.
Fuck,
that one's broken.
Dude, I would have bought that so quick. $160.
That's broken.
I don't care.
I see a bunch of them for like 300, 600,
Yeah,
800.
Parts only. What did you do?
parts only. Mine to shit.
380, 355. Pre-owned, 285. Damn.
Well, Ploop, if you want 16 gigabytes on a 4070, you got to buy a 4080.
Or 4060 non-TI.
Yeah. The 4070 Ti is the 4080 non-Ti. They just went back and they
put some stickers on it.
They took the Sharpie out and they like, fix the numbering.
We're going to unlaunch the graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
And
we fucked up so
it.
hard we had to add a new word to the lexicon.
But yeah, like I don't know. Based on what I'm seeing, like
1080 Ti, that's about what I would expect a 1080 Ti to be going for. About 150, 160 bucks, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 7-year-old card.
It is. And if I want something more than like a slightly more lateral move, then yeah, it's the 4070.
Yeah, like there's no reason to get a 4060 Ti. Like we covered that. Like, yeah, if you're gonna get a 4060 Ti, save the money and get a 3060 Ti.
Yeah, or save up for another month and get a 4070. Like, yeah.
Or look at the ARC A770, man.
Yeah.
On the low end, mid range, Intel's doing pretty good right now.
Here's the thing though, and on Linux, you don't get any of the driver issues that you get on Windows because it's all done through Vulkan anyways. So,
like, how hard do you have to fuck up a launch, AMD and NVIDIA, to where Intel's ARC is back in the fucking game now?
Yeah, you kind of dismissed it, and then it's like, well, I guess Intel has also had like better part of a year now to get their drivers in like non-shit shape. Now that people
Intel's
are, like,
the new
actually
AMD,
using
isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
It's like it's just going to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's with you on that one. Ploop. It's everyone's going. Yes, we want player 3 to be competitive.
Yeah. Corporate consolidation isn't good for anyone. Like, I don't know who is like a non-shareholder of Activision or Microsoft is actually rooting for those companies to be merged. Like, it always results in higher prices. Always.
Yeah.
Why would we pass the savings on to the consumer? Why would we pay our employees more? We can just.
But Jordan, trickle down economics.
Trickle down the back. You're trickle down your back, man.
Yes.
After a money shot. Oh my.
It's it's for the longest time AMD had everything in place to compete, but they weren't. And now they're finally, they're still not 4090 Ti levels of competitive, but the 7900 XTX does trade blows with the 4080 Ti, so that's okay.
And like, again, if you're memory bound, that at 24 gigs, man, you're I guess the one problem though is that like for GPU, good luck using an AMD card. You're basically stuck on.
That's the thing, yeah. If the moment you need any kind of GPU compute for anything other than a video game, CUDA is your industry option. There's OpenCL, as much as us Linux users want that to be a thing.
No one wants OpenCL to be a thing.
As an alternative to CUDA, yeah, kind of do.
At this point, use Vulkan. Just use Vulkan.
Yeah.
Like, why mess with something that like the industry has largely abandoned? Use Vulkan.
Yeah, The AMD used to have
Rock'em. That's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That's AMD's thing.
The Radeon Open Compute module. Yes, it like AMD did have really good OpenCL performance back when.
That would require people to write good OpenCL code, though, which they cannot do.
Yeah. What were they mining with OpenCL back in the day? Was it Bitcoin?
It was Bitcoin. It was OpenCL got a bit of a. People were having trouble getting CUDA to do the calculations, I think, but then that changed like within a couple of years.
What are we calculating with CUDA?
Bitcoin hashes.
Crypto.
I mean, we're just talking about GPU.
That was Ethereum. That one was basically let's just mine with that. Jalo Rock'em, depending on the distro, the Nobara comes with it pre-set up. If you have an AMD card, you can literally just start using it.
Then you try to launch DaVinci Resolve, then you end up on my video, then you scream at me and like it's my fucking problem it doesn't work with Orosium.
It works with Blender, not with DaVinci.
That video's done. I've disappointed a lot of fucking people with that video, man. I expected that one to get a couple hundred views. It's got like over 1,000 views. Man. What do you mean I got to install? What's a good way to effectively explain to people that Linux distributions are like versions of Windows? You wouldn't expect something that requires Windows 11 to run on Windows 95. It's a pretty shit analogy, but that's the best I can come up with so far. It's like you wouldn't expect something that is going to run. It says, "Hey, I got to run this particular version of Ubuntu or whatever to run on Arch."
Yes, you need to run Windows Server with this specific feature update. Yeah.
Oh yeah, install this KB item here. That like.
And you can't have anything else installed. Just that.
The top of my foot itches.
That's the worst.
Well, it's like right here. I burnt the top because I might have been smelting without. See, I can't say shit to you about wearing shoes.
Smelting in Crocs. Yeah.
Nothing. My dumbass was. But fortunately, it was just like just a little bit of spray, which is worse because it's hundreds of like tiny little itsy bitsy microscopic burns, and like burns, like skin irritations. But like right there where the ankle is attached to the nut ankle. Mm-hmm. That part is always flexing, so it's taking forever to heal. It's itchy. Jordan has no sympathy. Not a fucking ounce.
Yeah, no, literally every summer in Portugal.
You haven't seen the bottom of my feet, though.
The skin on my feet would just crack, get really dry and just crack, so yes, it would be very itchy.
Yeah,
I'm just a giant ball of itchiness. What? You know what I need to put on my Amazon wish list? One of those Happy Cow like rotating scrubby brushes.
No, we get you one for a cow.
Yeah, lean up next to one and just have my skin flayed off. Like, yes.
I don't know. No. The only time I get like random itches is if I'm eating something like way too spicy that I know I shouldn't be eating. It's just like my nervous system confusing.
Oh yeah, no, when I realize I've made a really bad mistake and my entire scalp immediately starts to itch, it's like, no.
You put down the pea and fish burrito and you're like, wait a minute.
Okay, yeah, like the green pea, not like the urine pea.
Nope. Yeah.
that took a second to process.
Fish pea burrito, baby.
Pea and fish. Like,
fish urine burrito. That's probably lacking in calories.
That's why they give you the bib, man. Yeah. So you don't get the fish pee on you.
Good times. Can you tell we're halfway through this fucking show?
All right. Well, let's get going. I guess I'll go first. Who's going second? I haven't been first in a long time.
Pedro can go second. I haven't gone last.
All right.
Okay.
So Pedro gets the time crunch this week.
It's like a Pedro Eiffel Tower.
Nowhere near as sexy as that would imply.
It's like, imagine the leaning tower of
The Leaning Tower of Pedro.
Pedro, then a fish pisses on you. Basically, so.
I mean, if you just go into the ocean, you're basically bathing in fish piss.
Water is nigh indestructible. All right. Wrong page. Let's get on the right page, Stream Deck. There we go.
Is it reverse ASCII penis?
No. It's all professional now. It says chairs on it. Let me make sure we have. Did you name it Game MV4 then?
M4V.
M4V. Yeah. All right. There's just being a dick.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I'm going to ask the wonderful people at OBS for a refund.
Yeah, they will gladly give it to you.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Acquisition. If you're unfamiliar with this is where we sit back, relax, and we talk about a game that we played this week on 3 different distributions. We're all running x86 processors. This isn't going to be a fun one when we get to do that episode. When it was like, well, I'm on ARM,
on the
I'm using
64-bit.
Fex to play the game.
Yeah, no, I dedicated about 200 of my ARM cores to Fex so I could emulate this one x86 CPU and.
It's coming,
one day.
Man. Yeah, I mean, listen, we joked about NVMEs. Isn't it going to be funny when like you take your slow SSD? Like here we are. Like you don't even think twice about that. You're like, yeah, bulk storage SSD. All right, everyone. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to the Cheer Acquisition. That's where we take a game, we run it on a bunch of different Linux distributions, and then we run it over with tanks. Well, this week we're throwing chairs at tanks. We Tanks, done by Studio Kit, developed on the Unity engine. You can pick it up for about $9.99 US. And it is Welcome to We Tanks, control a cute tank, destroy hundreds of enemies across maps and modes, with explosive battles and endless fun. Gear up and show those enemies who's boss. Gotta thank Studio Kit for sending us some keys over Curator Connect. And I guess let's get into the review proper. Ven,
tanks go burr, man. Burr. Fine.
I guess, yeah. 2 chairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does it run over here on Debian Testing? Well, it runs a treat. I'm on a Threadripper 1920X. I got a 3060 12 gig. Not much to report here. Until you change the resolution to something other than 1080p. And it kind of falls off the cliff just a little bit performance-wise. It was struggling to hit 60 in the menu at 1440p. But once you get in the game proper, even at 2160p, you can get about 100, 120 FPS. So that's with your GPU at 100% though. Did either of you run into that intro loading screen right at the beginning? Is a chuggy, spastic experience, isn't it?
Bit.
Yes, it is. That's why that recording was made at 1080p.
Yeah, that's completely fair. Now, navigating said menu, though, with a controller can be challenging. There's some gotchas in there where up is down, left is right, and confusion is to be had in swapping back to the keyboard and mouse using your mouse for input. Sometimes that cursor just fucks off, for lack of a better word. However, the graphics are all right for what it is, and it's got a nice, cheerful little soundtrack. It does. What's the fun? Did I enjoy it? Well, I'm not alone, but how many of you visited Tanky Town? Turns out Jordan took a trip to Tanky Town as well. That was neat. How do you find Tanky Town? It's not obvious how to get there, but I ran across whatever the hell Tanky Town's supposed to be or whatever it's going to become. What I was looking at how to get into first-person tank mode, because you don't just play this top-down. No. You can play this in first person. I was like, that would be neat. Maybe we'll try that in the after show. Turns out, first-person tank mode's hidden behind unlocking an achievement. Shit like that does not encourage people to play your game. Quite the opposite. Now, I did play through the first few levels in Forever Alone mode, played the campaign with adult difficulty. The only one higher than that was like, what, senior citizen or grandpa or something like that.
Grandpa, yeah.
Nothing groundbreaking. You know, at least the AI is not completely pants on heads. That was nice. So it was a little bit challenging. Got killed to death. Had to do some like regular, ordinary human things. I'm like, oh, I need to get up. Gotta go take care of some things. I came back to continue my game because I was like, hey, this game's got checkpoints. Not a problem. Turns out checkpoints are dispersed in intervals of 10. And I'll give you just a wild guess. A wild guess how many stages I'd completed. It's not an even number. That would have been.
Didn't you just say 9?
Might have just said 9. Which would have been really nice to have a little like, hey, fucko, one more and I save.
Or you're just being able to, save and like get up and go somewhere else.
Well, it wasn't even that. I wanted to play some more, but I didn't want to go. I didn't want to trudge through because the first 9 levels are just introductory stuff. I'm like, I don't want to go through that again. Anyway, I rolled around in survival mode, waves of tanks, pew, pew, pew. It's exactly what you would expect it to be. So, at the end of the day, we played multiplayer deathmatch and team battle last week in the after shows and had a fucking blast. It was a great time. So, here's where we're at. If you got about $40 to pick yourself up a copy and a couple of friends a couple of copies, good times. It's there. It's an entertaining game. It's like $9 a pop. However, you need to really keep this in mind. And I'll put a point on it. At 4 p.m. on a Saturday on the East Coast, nobody was playing. Like, there was no servers. There was no active players. So I can't recommend the game if you're just looking for something to play by yourself. You're not going to get your entertainment. You might get your $9.99 entertainment, but that pales in comparison to playing it with a bunch of people. I think it's safe to say we all had a good time playing it in the after shows, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe address some of those performance issues, because sometimes when you fart out the Linux build in Unity, it's not the greatest right out of the box. But yeah, at the end of the day, gentlemen, give it a solid 3.
Yeah, no, it was came out of nowhere and positively surprised. But over here on the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D and the Radeon RX 6700XE, it's too many numbers. It launched out of the box on the desktop and on the Steam Deck. It has a frame limiter, but it seems to actually slow down the engine itself, because if you set the frame limit to 60, it doesn't hold 60. It seems to go down to 40 and then comes right back up to 60. And then
set it to 240, you scrub.
Yeah, that's the I ended up having to do that because of the recording. Is like, okay, I just need to get this recorded so that it's okay and people watching the video version can see it. So let's just 1080p 240. Let's go. You can use GameScope or Mango HUD to limit the FERPs instead, which does work very, very well. So do that. Doesn't seem to be able to. I mean, not that it matters much, but the physics don't really seem to be tied to the frame rate, which is very good. But yeah, the controllers work out of the box, and you can rebind all of the buttons and all of the keys, so that's good. The fun, well, the proverbial meat on these particular tank-shaped potatoes is very much the multiplayer. With that said, there's enough single player here to get you to be that person in the multiplayer games. The one who knows all the ins and outs, and but somehow manages to lose track of his own bouncy shots and wrecks themselves by shooting at a wall and then the shot bouncing back and poof. It is chaos in a teeny tiny little wooden box, and I actually enjoy lending the extremely unlikely trick shots from across the map. If you have, or if you prefer the Forever Alone mode, like myself, it will be a bit more limited, but if you have a group of people to play games with regularly, then Wii Tanks is a solid recommendation. If I had one complaint, is that it needs more modes. Not saying you need the soccer mode specifically, but something like that, and the usual suspects, your capture the flags, or an adventure mode where you go across a larger map and take tiny little missions. there's a lot of potential for growth here. So yeah, 3 chairs.
Shoots and tanks.
Shoots and splatters. Yeah. So on Fedora 3764-bit with the R9 3900X and GTX 1080i launches out of the box. I just played it in a 1080p window because that's how I set it up when we played it last week, and I didn't muck around with much of the settings. Does hold 60 at UHD. Controller works out of the box. Everything is pretty sanely mapped. However, if you want to play couch co-op and you are having your USB controllers go through a USB hub, it does that Steam input thing where it duplicates the P1 controls on P2, even though P2 works perfectly fine. And that's just not good if you want to actually play with some fellow humans, which... I mean, considering it supports 4 people locally and up to 16 people online, maybe that's the thing you want to do? I don't know. Fun-wise, as mentioned before, you need people to play this game with. The fun is proportionally determined by the number of people you have in the room. As mentioned, it supports up to 16 people online, so there's some pretty good chaos you can get going, especially without the ricocheting bullets that are the same color. So you don't know if that bullet you shot is coming to you or if that's someone else's bullet coming to you. Either way, you're probably going to explode. It's good fun though. Forever Load Mode is a bit of a scattered story. There's a series of challenges you got to do, and every 10 gives you a checkpoint. Otherwise, you got to start from the last checkpoint, as Ben mentioned, and that's kind of it. There are workshop levels that can give you a bit more variety, but honestly, not that much. It is a live service style game though, so it wants you to log on daily and unlock stuff as you go. It's not super obnoxious. You get cosmetics and level editor stuff. But they also lock a bunch of like other stuff, like first person mode, like a bunch of the level creator stuff behind progression. And like the progression isn't that easy, right? Like you got to work for it. So I kind of wish they opened that stuff up like immediately so you could start using it, or at least like make it all available in multiplayer and not make you have to like grind through single player or like get a bunch of XP in multiplayer matches to unlock all that stuff. I don't know. Like, as a single-player experience, it's very, very lacking. But you don't buy this game for the single-player experience. You buy it to shoot bullets at 16 of your friends and then cry havoc when you get shot by your own bullet. I'll give it 3 cheers for what it is, for the actual, like, tournament play. It's fun. Good stuff.
Yeah, I had a good time with it. I had my pinky toes crossed when I went to multiplayer. I was like, please be inactive. Or at least, like, a core group of people playing it, because like you find these games like, well, there's that one server that's always populated, even though the server I'm talking about. You've seen, Phil game in here, and it just wasn't there. In multiplayer, you're 100% right. The joy for this game is in, a room of friends, or, even if it's co-op at home or online, that's where it's at, and it's a good time. And it's reasonably priced for that. So I just really want to keep that in mind, is like, if you're going to be buying this, you at least want to pick up another copy for someone to murderate with.
Or maybe if this goes on sale, tell your friends like, hey, this game is really good and it's $1. Go get it.
Yeah. No, this game needs more people playing it, and the dev needs to get a lot more money so you can introduce more different game modes.
More different. How about?
Yes.
Okay.
More, different game modes.
We've added like 8 more game modes, but they're all just deathmatch.
Variations on deathmatch works too, but yeah, no, just more variety.
Oh man, okay. There's the one mode I want you to just rip off wholesale from the tank game that we play. Shell Shock. Juggernaut.
Yeah, one big tank against a bunch of
they do have
tanks.
bosses. They do have the facilities to do this, because you do have like tanks with actual health bars that don't die after one hit. So yeah, there's definitely potential, and the fact that like there is workshop integration means that there's not going to be any shortage of content, as long as there are fans of this game. So
yep.
Also, if you do make the tank jump at any point, use the Doom sound.
Yes. All right. Well, let's jump on out of here. Coming up next, he didn't send us little notes with his Amazon gifts, so he sent us an email. Find out what in the hate mail.
Dun, dun, dun. It's quite correct.
Oh,
Weaker. I don't know. There's something about fucking Cartman's mom just like screaming squeaker and then farting in his face that is eternally hilarious to me.
I try to avoid like the squeaky. I got like one cabinet door in the kitchen that's got a little bit of a squeak to it. I've just left it for no reason. But outside of that, man, like I Teflon spray stuff. I don't like the. It'd be different if it was like, I don't know, like a Victorian mansion or something that looked haunted as shit. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you want all the creepy noises.
Right.
Yeah.
I want some creaky floorboards.
I want to never be sure if there's someone else in the house other than me.
Exactly. I want copious amounts of elf's blood on the taps.
Yep. That's odd. Usually the blood gets off at the second floor.
All right. One little bit of bait mail. Then we're going to fight chickens.
Bok, bok.
Bok, bok, Troy, man.
I already won my fight against chickens. I ate them.
What was it? Chicken is the poor man's chicken.
What? Chicken is the poor man's chicken.
Somebody drove that Reddit comment because they were like, whatever's the poor man's steak or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is chicken expensive?
These days, yeah.
I only buy chicken like once or twice a year. Like if we're doing a cookout, I'll buy like a thing of like wings or drumsticks sometimes. But drumsticks are kind of a pain in the ass on the grill.
I do them mostly in the air fryer or the convection oven because they get nice and crispy. But yeah, no, chicken's gotten like a lot more expensive. We've been switching to pork just because it's like a little cheaper.
Oh.
Yeah. Like beef is still like the most expensive, but yeah, chicken is getting up there.
What about fish?
Yeah, fish is depends on the fish, right? Like, because like salmon and tuna that can get like really up there. But
I just assume tuna's fucking wicked expensive unless it's in a can.
Yeah, but like tilapia or like sole or stuff like that, that's usually pretty cheap. Yeah, I've in my quest to cut down my grocery bill, it's like, well, I'm not a big fan of fish, but I'm eating it now because fuck, it's cheap. You get I mean, when you get them on sale, you get like the big slices like this, and they're like $2. It's like, well, shit.
Oh man, I gotta go check out the meat section at the Dollar General Market. It's been a couple of years since I've been in one. Because they legitimately have like steak.
Yes, steak.
That steak, you can see through it though.
Okay, it's thin cuts of steak. I see. I didn't go into the hot sauce shop. I was at that mall again. They're like, oh, we have samples now.
I need to buy some hot sauce. That's a good reminder. I got to do my Amazon monthly thing, even though it's about out a month.
Yep.
I gotta order some vegetable glycerin. And some USB charger things, as we were talking about the pre-show. How many spare USB wall plugs do you have?
Ooh.
Not in use. Like if you had to replace one.
Not in use. I think like
not
maybe
in use.
3.
2 or 3. I got one. I'm down to 1.
2 or 3, but they're all like rilled. And they're probably like the 1.2s. They're not even the 2.4s. Like,
yeah, all my wall sockets are old as fuck. They'll power up like an LED light. Because early adoption, kids, it's wonderful. Now you can buy good USB wall sockets for like what, $10?
Yep.
The freezer section. We have this one called like the Dollar Market. It's a gentrified dollar store. And it has produce and shit. Like, even our Aldi's is nice, which feels weird.
If there was an Aldi's close by, I'd shop at Aldi's.
Our Aldi's does not have good
jacked
prices.
Up the price.
Aldi's does not have good prices. Not what you would expect. Here, anyway. Where do you grocery shop? You just shop at Tesco, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's...
There.
Yeah. It's like 500 meters down the road. There it is.
Need to go to Costco this week. We're out of coffee.
Mm.
So they got the big bags of coffee there. So
That's College Town. I got one of everything. Like Kroger sometimes. Publix is right up the road. There's like that little Walmart grocery store place. And then there's the Aldi's, which is right next to that. There used to be like this Ingles. I want to call it Ingles. Like I never understood how it stayed open. Because every time I walked in there just to like check it out, because it was next to a thrift store, there was no one there, man. There were like 6 employees standing in front of the store, and this happened multiple times. I'm like, well, what is this affront? They finally closed.
Come on, they gotta launder that money somehow.
I immediately go into like mattress store mode every time I see a place like that, and I'm like, what's really going on here? But yeah, I was telling Jordan I have to order some vegetable glycerin because I realized I do not have much left.
and hot sauce.
And hot sauce.
It's a good combo. Could probably eat them. Dilute the hot sauce and the vegetable glycerin. Just grab a scoop.
No, just you gotta vape the hot sauce, man.
Oh my
do they have
word.
vapeable capsaicin? Can you just like breathe fire?
I don't think that's a good idea. That's how your lungs just go, nope.
So I got a pretty strict rule about only putting stuff for the studio on the wish list.
You're coming close to an
rule?
exception here.
Right now.
Oh, I mean, you know what? It's for content, right? Like, honestly, for 128 for a gallon of Dave's Ultimate Insanity, that's actually pretty reasonable.
I want to know what fucking murderer ordered that plus 2 more.
Does it have any reviews? That's what I want.
Oh, fuck yeah. There we go. Great sauce, very spicy. Put hair on your chest. Good product, very hot. Try it, you will like it. 1 drop.
From friend.
Yeah, I normally just get total insanity. Temporary insanity. Ultimate insanity. Yeah, this is my go-to right here. Total insanity.
Well, you gotta get the big one and get one of those like big ketchup pumps for it. You know you want to.
Yeah, I do, but I'm not. I are responsible.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I adult multiple times per month. $170. What's the expiration? How does...
Can
Does
like
it have an
bacteria
expiration
even,
date?
Yeah, can bacteria survive in that environment or
Because I think the capsaicin should just kill everything unless it decays.
well, yeah, unless there's like some sort of like extremophile parasite that lives in capsaicin. It can't live in any like non-spicy environments that's like hyper specialized for living in like hot sauce.
I mean, do you
The
get like
half-life
a,
of
do you
capsaicin
get like a
is
golden
really,
fucking
really
ticket
short.
if you finish it though, man?
Yeah, there's like a certificate of completion
Yeah,
at
right?
the bottom. You just gotta
You
fish
feel
it
like-
out and
yeah,
like
right?
wash it off.
There should be like a fucking barcode or some shit at the bottom, or a QR code that you gotta get.
Yeah, QR
No,
codes.
it's just like little text at the bottom of the bottle that says congratulations. It's a fucking typo too. Like,
Man, you got a lot more chargers than I do. Yeah, I'm just down to 1. And the ones that I want the ones that have like 3 holes, 3 chargers that are this way, not this way. And the one that's this way is like fucking $10 more than the ones that are going that way. I'm like, dicks.
They realize exactly what they're doing.
And then these days it's like, well, I also want the USB PD ones as well, and those they'll charge you for. Like,
yeah,
if
those will do up to 100 watts if you have a cable that's good enough for it.
Yeah, the NanoPi actually like straight up needs one. They say like straight up use like a USB PD thing for it. Otherwise, you may have some outages when your CPU tries to draw a little bit more power than that cell phone charger is capable of.
The Raspberry Pi 4 was a 3.1 amps that it says it's like the ideal one.
That Raspberry Pi bullshit was the reason I bought mine with a kit.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody else figure this shit out and send me the one that works.
Give me the charger that know that has been confirmed to work.
That was a... And I know, I overpaid for a Raspberry Pi 4 8 gig. I paid $120 for a kit with a case and memory card. And
But you know what? Time is money, right? Like...
Well, the joke being is good luck getting a Raspberry Pi 4 8 gig for under $200.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, what it boils down to is like, do I want to build it myself? Do I want to get a kit or something? And it's like, the amount of time it would take me to actually do it. Like, if I were working a minimum wage job for that amount of time, yeah, I'll just pay the money. Actually, bigger thing. That was my decision with the Steam Deck. It's like, yeah, I could get the 64 gig model and like replace the screen and the SSD, but like by the time that's all said and done, I might as well just pay the extra $100.
I would get the 60 because I know for me anyway, I'm taking the damn thing apart. Period.
Well, yeah, well, you just want it for the board, so yeah.
I've just been poisoned. Poison.
You've just been poissoned. You've been turned into a fish.
Yeah, USB-C doesn't solve it. I'm telling you, man, USB 4 should be like fucking star-shaped or some shit.
Please delay the release of USB 4 to 2025 so we can just have MagSafe USB. Can we just make a decision?
With how much they've dragged their ass with actually releasing any kind of USB 4, yeah, might as well wait.
Yeah,
what are they going to release on USB 4 that like would benefit from
Thunderbolt 3 compatibility?
Yeah, but all those motherfuckers got Macs already. That's what I'm saying, man.
The rest of us have been waiting for it though.
How many Thunderbolt devices are you chomping at the bit to
I'd like an eGPU.
There's a couple of, the external GPU enclosures are really nice.
That sounds like a growth market.
I mean, I definitely like to play with it. And like, I don't know, for like SoC, like I don't think we're gonna get like LGA style like ARM chips in the future, right? Like it's all gonna be peripheralized, plug your GPU into your computer type thing.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Like Intel is going to be doing their thing, so they're going to be doing some balls out ARM.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Intel's already like talking about their roadmap. They're like, yeah, we're going to get rid of 32-bit support.
This time for real, you guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, they multiple reasons. I'm sure Intel does not enjoy cutting AMD a check for x86 64.
Probably not, but that's like also such a minuscule drop in Intel's bucket.
And, AMD's got a license x86 from Intel.
All our eggs in the
x86 64 license from AMD to Intel, and x86 license from Intel to AMD.
Yeah, you gotta love this like corporate incest, right? Like, they're
don't worry, Intel's going to release Itanium 2 or whatever they decide to fucking call it.
It's the same $20. It's like that scene from Naked Gun where like Frank keeps bribing the guy with the $20 bill, and then he keeps bribing him with the same bill.
Shit, I might just have to buy some of this because of the name. Look at this shit.
Doritos Pulpa.
Zumba
Chamoy
pica
sauce.
fritos pompa chamoy sauce.
Is that lyrics?
I don't know. Don't say it too fast.
I mean, you know what? It's $5. It's not bad.
Beat your craving.
What is
Beat him
chamoy
into
sauce?
submission.
Is it like a caramel?
I don't know. Would you like to know more?
Chamoy sauce.
Zumba
is
pica.
apricots, chili, and tajin and hibiscus.
Legal disclaimer.
It's a sweet and sour sauce. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Mexican sweet and sour sauce. I don't know. I'll try it. I like sweet and sour stuff. Like me some hot and sour soup.
Remember when we could just have wholesome movies like Naked Gun 2.5 3/4?
I must warn you, I used protection. Fucking full body condom.
What was the one with Charlie Sheen? Hot Shots?
Hot Shots and part
Part
two.
two.
Those ones were pretty funny too. The Zucker, Abrams and Zucker. It was the same guys who did Airplane.
And what was it? Mafia? That was a good one.
Spy Hard. I don't remember if Spy Hard was
Spy
a good one.
Hard, yes.
They're just like, yeah, let's just put Leslie Nielsen in shit because like he's hilarious and why not?
Yeah, I mean that was his role, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's so funny. It's like you go back and watch Forbidden Planet. It's like, oh no, he's a serious action star. Surely you must be joking.
Right.
I'm not, and don't call me Shirley.
Quit calling me Shirley. We have to get these people to a hospital. What is it, doctor? It's a big building with patients in it, but that's not important right now. That movie is so good. We could just like take an entire hour and talk about just how amazing Airplane is.
Airplane is the cornerstone of movie.
The lady's freaking out. He's like, let me smack. Oh, no, let me try. There's a lineup of people. One guy's got a lead pipe. The other guy has a gun. Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop speaking jive and get this hate mail segment knocked out. Boom. Done and done. Lock this. Lock that.
Locked and loaded. Some stir fry.
Make me fries in 3, 2.
I don't know about you, but I am getting kind of hungry.
Tajin.
If you'd like to throw your suggestions as to what we should stuff our faces with in the intermissions
Spaghetti.
that we have between the segments, you can do so very, very easily. Is the voice message option on Spotify still a thing? I don't think anyone's taking us up on it.
Did you see that Big Mac burrito I posted?
Yeah, it was a Whopper burrito. Which admittedly I want to try, but Burger King here doesn't freaking have it. If Burger King has a Whopperito in your area and you've had a chance to try it, go to our contact page on linuxgamecast.com and let us know how it goes. There's some caveats at the top, but that shouldn't apply to you. Just don't include any links.
You're not going to read them anyway, let's be honest.
Yeah,
so
probably not.
Leave us a comment on YouTube. Leave us a comment on Patreon posts. Urge you at reply us in Discord. That's where we're at, hanging out, doing the thing. That's right. Mm-hmm. So we got a big chunky one. I don't know exactly where to put this, but it was sent in through the hate mail. So I'm like, hey man, I want to reward good behavior because I'm very grateful. Now, you probably skipped over it when we were gushing and saying all the cool things about our new patrons we got this week. And Ajori had sent us presents Presents. It was like Christmas time and whatever the fuck month this is. May.
I wouldn't know. So.
I had to look. So here it is. It says, yo, LGC. It has been a while since I got an opportunity some time ago to earn a little cash doing some Linux Y? Linux Y?
Linuxy things.
Yeah, I guess that works. Grammatically correct things, comma. Then another opportunity to help some folks in my community configure their AV equipment for live streaming, reggae, dancehall, mixing sessions. Pretty sure much of this is a result from inspiration from you guys over the years. So I wanted to pay it forward. That said, here comes I just wanted to, okay. Usually when people say that said, it's not followed by anything nice. I just wanted to give you thanks for the interfacing Linux videos and infotainment from LGC and LWDW. Also, thanks for the hospitality during Scale 18X. Gift messages only seem to work for 2 of you on Amazon. So enjoy this grouped gift message. Give thanks.
Oh.
Formally. Artist formerly
Thank
known
you.
as KY Linux.
Thank you, Kyle Linux.
Kentucky Linux.
The other Kyle Linux, because apparently there's more than one. That's why he changed his name.
I got an opportunity to hang out with Kai Jore at the aforementioned Scale 18X. He's a good guy. So thank you very much for the presents. Thanks very much for your continued support.
He got a chance to pop in on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, because we got to wrangle some people in. That was a good, interesting time. Yeah, man. I'm glad, hopefully, you were putting audio, video stuff out there and helping people out, man. That's what it's all about. You know, you learn some stuff.
Thank you. Seriously. Thank you very much.
Play it forward. Get Pedro a drill.
Doesn't have enough torque for a drill, but it's a very useful.
It will further enable Pedro to screw up.
Oh yeah.
Criminal behavior, man. I mean,
in and out.
You know, they see the lockpicks, they see the totally not a drill because Pedro said it wasn't.
And the electric
doesn't have enough
he's going door to door, breaking into people's houses.
The white striped shirt with a little black mask. I mean,
no, I think he dresses like the Hamburglar when he goes out and robs houses.
It's bullshit. He dresses like Grimace.
Robble.
Yes, let me just put on my giant purple fursuit.
No, dude, see, I never understood that. People are like, McDonald's has like slowly over the years retired Ronald McDonald because clown no like, and
Clown's a little bit scary.
Clowns are scary, and I'm like, the fuck, y'all bitches seen Mayor McCheese? What the fuck? You worried about the clown?
This burger's gonna take a bite out of you, man.
Me and that clown like share anatomy and shit. We're going after the fucking talking hamburger, man. That's the one we got problems with. Maybe the purple motherfucker too.
Yeah, and like this is the one time I fucking remember what Grimace is, because it's always like, well, what's Grimace? He's the fucking taste bud. That's what he's supposed to be.
Really?
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah, that's legit. We've looked it up.
We probably have.
This is the one time I remember when we've looked it up. Yeah, he's a taste bud.
Taste bud's purple.
Give me that drill.
I don't know, Pedro. Give us more Ahagao faces. Maybe we'll find out.
Oh, man.
There.
Subscribe to onlyfans.com/DMCAs. You really got to open that up.
No,
there's like non-porn stuff on OnlyFans, like straight up.
Listen, man, I'm out of willpower. Every time Pedro does that, I just think about like the effects library I have in DaVinci Resolve of high quality.
I just want like a Batman
properly
like
lighted
rotating head
tsunami.
like transition of that, like
a fish pee, burritos.
I mean, that's why he makes his face. Makes that
I kind of want a burrito. I do.
Is that still currently made? I found a Wikipedia page about it.
I mean, I guess
it was introduced in 2015 and they canceled it 2017 or 2018.
You can just like buy a Whopper and like cut it into thirds and some tortillas.
Jordan special sauce.
Yeah, it didn't have the
Whopper sauce
ketchup
on it
and the mayo.
It
It used the queso sauce that Burger King has.
Stay away from Jordan's house with his knockoff ass Whopper burrito.
with my with my knockoff queso. I'm not going to tell you what's in the special sauce. You already know what's in the special sauce.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. Before we do that, we're going to roll some credits. But before we do that, we got to cue the music. You can always find us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/LinuxGamecast. Come watch us live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let us get all over your face, chest, and neck. It is a lovely experience. It's better than a fish pea burrito. If you want to get in touch with me during the week, at Vinstone on Twitter. I'm at Vin on our federated timeline, which is mass.linuxgamecast.com. You can reply me in Discord, reply me in IRC, even Twitch. We got all that linked together for our live shows. Send an email, say hi, say goodbye, say sideways. I don't know why you say sideways, but you know what? I'd say sideways back to you because I would be like scared you were going to muck me.
I'm your favorite dipping sauce. You can stick whatever you want into me by following me on Twitter at The Burning Fool, on Mastodon at frojo.mastodon.linuxgamecast.com, and at twitch.tv/burningfool.
There's vaguely sexual, and then there's whatever the hell just came out of Jordan's mouth.
Overtly sexual, Pedro. Overtly.
Yes, very much so. You find me on Twitter at unaccounted4. That's currently the only social network I pay any attention to. So for as long as it's there, then I'll stick around, I think.
Time for some credits. Boom.
There you go. There's Jordan's face.
You know you want it. Well, we gotta thank all of the lovely people who, despite
North Ranger, that's hey man, you gotta be down with the OSP.
Yeah. Despite my efforts, we got to thank our advisors, Omegas and Arthera, and our executive producers, Scott Bashod, Barbara, Atomic Ass, Mike G, Drummer, Kahaku Pebble, Tamaj, Hakim, David, and Eshep, and our Little Nicky fans, Super Desto, Empty, and Eggy, and Blasphemia.
I was full of liquid.
Renault Rider X Machina Trudgy Veritanuda, Justin Nubbin Darkwing, System D, Dancing Joe, Ogi1, and Carilla.
Sea monsters, they're there. Going away. Oh no. Krylo.
And the Death Notes, Nova, Basil, Chad, Romeo, Marson, Renee, Leonardo, the Crescent.
I'm just going to start on these chairlings, man. Like Colsta, Christopher, Simcha,
Stephen Bill,
Khan,
30 Dean,
Inmac. I need a comment.
Salado,
I'll get one there next week. No, I won't. I'll forget.
Dodger,
Berlick,
Xanderus.
Asia, Monica.
There's Kaidra.
Piazza.
Groff, Euthanasia, in at 6.
Look at that. I even get him in. Fine upstanding animals. Carl, Mike, Arthuran, Linux New, Aldius, Noctilus, John, Eshep, Gamatron, Unoid, DSN Joe, Aromatic Dev, and
Space.
Kajori.
Oh.
Yay.
Now back on the wall of fuck, which means fine upstanding animals. You filthy
Fucker.
degenerates. What is
You
your
filthy fuckers. Yeah.
Dead fire, everyone? We'll see you next week. Jordan, we need to take xylophone lessons.
Jacked up for some reason. Fuck.
I want to learn to play a xylophone.
Music class in school, I had to learn how to play a xylophone briefly.
Do you think we could sign up for an online xylophone class?
Probably.
Music class in school, everyone else was playing the recorder, and because I don't have enough fingers, apparently, I had to play the xylophone instead.
Ding, ding, ding.
I thought they were going to give you the triangle, Ralph Wiggum style.
So everyone else was on their recorders, and I was on the xylophone. Ding, 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 ding.
Like, I want to get like medieval on the fucking, you know the ones I'm talking about, like the what's the word I'm looking for?
The Glockenspiels?
Orchestral?
Organ-sized ones.
No, for like an orchestra. Orchestral style.
Yeah, yeah. The big ones, like the
the big chunkuses that are like a horseshoe with like multiple layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what all that shit does.
Well, and then there's the metal ones and the wood ones because they have different sounds. And
You can get one made of ham.
you can get one made out of mice.
Squeak! Shut up.
Moo. Like, wait a minute. Imposter!
That's the real Among Us.
Man, I get like, speaking of moo, I went down like this weird rabbit hole. I found like a cow hoofologist, whatever, that like fixes cow hooves. I was like, well, I lost about 45 minutes of that shit.
Oh yeah, I watched a 15-minute long video of a man removing horseshoes from a horse.
Yeah.
Just like carving it off and like pulling the nails out. Fascinating. I've never seen it done. Yeah, right? Like, that's how you do it.
I grew up in the countryside. I saw that happening.
I avoided that shit. I learned nothing. Here's the question. Why don't you shoe cows?
Because they usually don't have people riding on their backs on pavement.
Why would you ride a horse on pavement? With
Because
shoes on, because that would be incredibly slippery.
That's the only road around. Like, I don't know.
Depends on the pavement, but yeah, no, most cities are paved now, so...
How many degrees is it safe to ride the horse with shoes before friction kind of falls apart and the horse starts moving forward due to gravity?
Are they spherical horses?
No.
Okay.
However, this
how heavy is the person riding the horse?
This is a vacuum.
Do we have a frictionless surface?
Okay, so the horse is already dead and he can't breathe, right? Okay.
No additional harm will come to the horse.
Yeah. The horse has like a fucking vac suit on. Listen, we've gone out of our way to like make this experiment as convoluted as possible.
Isn't that right, Mr. Busey?
I don't know why I'm here. I'm just happy to help.
That check's got a cash, right? Like, sure it is, Matty. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, the first time I saw someone actually do it, I asked, it's like, why isn't the horse kicking and screaming? Like,
morphine.
No, there's no feeling because that's effectively like your nails. You don't have any feeling in your nail specifically. All around it, yes, but not the nail specifically. It doesn't feel anything. Yeah.
And then the horse turned to you and said, "It's the steam."
Right.
And you know, you being like 8 years old, like had no idea what the fuck that was about.
Let's see, 8, so 1994?
There we go. That's what we're about to play. So if you don't have that downloaded, it's free. It's not going to cost you anything, except
That's right.
like 100 megabytes of download.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, it's not very big.
I don't have that much room on my hard drive. I only have.
Is that because you don't have a hard drive?
Oh, do you get any spinny disk in that? You did for a long time, man. You were a holdout with spinny drives.
I had some, but most of them. I think I had moved to all SSD by the time I was in like my old apartment.
Yeah, your previous apartment?
No, the one before that.
You still had spinny drives with the danger shelf?
Oh yeah, no. Oh, I still have them. Yeah, like
I just remember you explaining like your organization across the multiple drives on your system.
Maybe I don't have any specific memory of it. I'm sure.
Forever etched in my memory. No, it's not.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm sure I might have had one at some point. Maybe I don't know. I still physically own the drives. They're just not plugged in somewhere. I think the one thing I remember is like mentioning that like I was keeping track of the dead drives, and I would like tape the drives, and that would like indicate whether they were dead or not. But
if you're listening to us on the live show, we're going to be hopping over to the after shows, and if you want to listen to that or come participate, either way, the mic works both ways.
Listen to my Grandpa Simpson story. So I put an onion on my belt because it was the style at the time.
All right, controller. Yes.
Am I in the right one? Yeah, I'm in the right one. Yay! I did the thing. There we go.
That connected a little too quickly, DualShock 4. Are you okay? Usually it takes like 10 seconds of blinking before.
Oh, dude, I'm like that if the Xbox controller just connects. I'm like, the fuck's going on here? Aren't you supposed to connect and disconnect at least 7 times? PS4 controller's like, boop, pops right up. That's interesting that you have the opposite issue.
I just tap it, and I usually leave it there because it takes like 10 seconds before it finally connects. The DualSense is pretty quick. That one, I turn it on, and usually within 2 seconds, it's paired, synced, done.
AJLCGC?
Oh god, this menu is awful.
Isn't it?
Can I... do I have to use the analog stick to cycle through the menu?
I guess.
I'm just using a mouse right now.
Whoa, I just didn't remember my settings from when I started it. So
yeah, let's take you off full screen.
settings.
Sure, turn MSA on maybe.
There's MSAA, there's sharpening. What are you sharpening?
I really like this window name.
CTT, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and what?
What? What'd you do?
I don't know. The game restarted,
Oh.
and it not okay. Whatever. Game. I
1 point game. I think Discord's connected. I don't know. Everyone's having the silence off.
Hello?
There. All right.
Hello.
Hi.
Ow.
Was that high? A little too high?
Yeah. I'll bet.
Beep. On.
How do I do confirm? Or I just close the window? All right. Do I have game audio? Game audio.
Started real loud.
Listen to those crunchy beats.
What's that?
Hey, that's pretty good.
chicken fish.
So this works with the controller?
Yes.
It wiggles the menu.
Yeah.
Okay, we're powering on, so connected.
Matchmaking. Okay.
Of course, out of spite, it's gonna. Nope. Oh shit! Nope, it connected the first time. Fuck you. Okay, that's gonna become my new ritual then.
Hold it up to the camera.
Yep. I'm gonna send Pedro a couple of messages complaining about how it never connects, and I'm gonna press the button. Boom, boom. What is that supposed to be, Steve? Is that your hooch? Am I online?
Yes.
Happening.
Yep.
Interface is so jacked up.
All right. Would I get to just like scroll through invite? I heard it blew up.
You invited me.
Bloop.
So it's not going to be advanced enough to. So does anybody want to play?
Oh, what? Fuck. I guess I need another invite.
Yeah, sure.
I thought I was getting out of a menu, but instead I did something else.
And well, at least it sorts that much.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, where's Pedro?
Oh,
There he is.
I need another invite.
Right there.
It's so dope how they don't put it in alphabetical order or sort it by who's in the game. So
Yeah.
dope.
Play a game. Try that. All right.
Press space or start to join.
Oh, I think I clicked the wrong button. May I have another invite?
Yeah, I made that mistake as well. I'm like, can I not? Nope, apparently not.
Okay, this thing just flipped the hell out. Stop doing this. I'm not touching
Could use
anything.
a little more polish.
Ha!
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's. Oh.
How many people can we have in? Do we have too
Thank
many
you.
people in?
The game just crashed for me. Okay. Great. Light bulb engine.
Party 5/4. So I'm assuming we can get Jordan in, right?
Yeah.
I assume so. Assuming I can get back in and it doesn't crash again. I guess I'm ready when you are.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
All right. Go. Oh. Play.
There's a countdown.
Okay. Something's happening.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening
What
anymore.
color was I?
Dude,
Why are there 6 of us?
reasons. Or somebody supposed to do something? Oh, Jesus, fuck. That took a minute. didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fart catcher, the bonehead, and
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm two?
Okay, well that would explain why there are 6 of us.
Whoa,
How do-
whoa.
How do I shoot?
Oh, it's this
Character
chicken
versus
versus
chicken.
chicken.
Okay, I'm the purple chicken.
I do. Whoa.
Somebody figured out how to shoot.
Yes.
How?
Ah! Trigger.
How do I pick this up? Ow.
Yes. Get wrecked, all of you.
Square.
Well, I fell.
I am still alive.
There we go.
I was.
Spacebar to swing the bat.
Womp.
Give me a weapon. What of me
Okay,
must
well, okay. I
lives.
picked it up.
I live. No, I
Okay.
no
No,
longer live.
that
Picks
doesn't
it up
fire
and drops
it.
it, right?
There we go.
No.
Whoa.
Oh,
Right, space
this
to
is-
shoot.
Alright.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this
Alright,
is,
chicken.
this is Smash
Oh,
Bros.
whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
bonk.
Oh,
Horny gel.
No.
Horny gel.
No.
Bonk. No, you jump. Bonk.
Okay.
Bonk.
No.
Oh.
Out of rocket launcher food.
I'm gonna bonk
Okay.
you. Oh, it only had one bonk in it, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Okay. And there we go. And
Okay, apparently it's probably a good idea to like set time limits.
wow.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
I keep shooting the pink chicken, but it doesn't die.
No.
That's me, motherfucker. I keep living.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, we just keep coming back, man. I
Yeah.
guess until time
How
runs
about
out.
that?
7.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I don't think we're
Whoa.
I shot you the other direction, but okay.
Why does it say
Recoil
50 and
is mentioned
75?
I think that's
I
the
I
amount
think
of
that's
ammo
the weapons.
Yeah,
integrity.
Weapon
Yeah.
durability.
Yeah, the weapons integrity. And how
That's
much
wild.
health the weapon has.
So it
Weapon
only
health.
took like half the round for that to show up.
Oh. Oh no! Okay. It's the
Oh, I guess I'm just dead now? Alright.
Oh yeah, you have. I
Okay.
guess you have a finite number of lives.
no.
No, I died.
Fuck you.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
so violent.
It's,
Whoa, no.
order.
But is it teaching gambling to children?
No.
Is it teaching violence to children? If it's,
Whoa.
If it's not, it will be soon. All right.
Ultra mega chicken.
Why is it the right trigger to use your weapon?
Oh,
I mean, if
Dark
that's where your
Souls.
list of problems start, doing pretty good.
That's heavy attack in Dark Souls, yes.
Oh. Okay.
Whoop.
No.
Come on.
Whoa. Okay, there you go.
Oh.
Oh wait, that was.
That was you.
Ah. So I think
No,
the
not that
rule
one.
is every
There
time
we
you
go.
kill someone, you get a life, and then if you die, you lose it. Oh, fucking fuck.
Aw.
What the fuck did you just say? Can I pick you up?
And
Can I pick you up back to my place?
No.
It's gonna be between Pedro and Alan, but I can make him work for it.
well,
I can't see Jordan.
okay. Nope. Okay. Whoop. Whoa. Whoa! Whatever they do a rocket jump just now. I didn't know this was Quake.
It's Quack.
Rocket boosting.
It's not Quake. It's Quack.
No. Damn it.
Oh. Whoa.
Hey, buddies.
Mhm. Whoa.
It would be so dope if it had names over barrels. Who's the pink chicken?
I think that's Jordan, but I can't see him on my screen.
Whoa. And
I'm doing my best.
yeah,
damn it.
where is Jordan?
I'm the pink chicken.
If you look at the
What
video.
pink chicken? There is no pink chicken.
He's ghost chicken.
Yeah. Listen, it's because I'm moving faster than you can perceive. I'm like a Super Saiyan.
It's a hue shift.
Ah, all right.
It's like
shit.
what
Oh no.
it's like what hit does. I fucked that up. I got one life.
Whoa.
I'm guessing Alan has the crown. Or is that Pedro?
I don't know. I don't know who Teal Chicken is.
That's Helen.
Whoa. Oh no. Ah.
Yay!
Oh no.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know what that was, but I want to do it again.
Please don't.
Why not?
Oh, I bought a bonk. This one only has one bonk
It's a
left.
race to
I'll
the
take
bonk.
it. Rocket
Whoa.
bonk. Shit.
Rocket
Whoa.
bonk, burning out
Okay.
his punk out there alone.
I rocket bonked
Oh,
myself way
jeez.
too much.
And I think it's gonna be
Character
a bonk
blindness here is
time.
real.
Oh yeah. It doesn't help that everyone is literally the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The rocket launcher was a trap.
Oh god.
No,
I like how
no.
the music is like speeding up. Fucking Mario style.
Okay, come on.
Ah, don't shoot me.
Give me that bonk. So I win because I can't see Jordan,
It's Jordan and Pedro.
but I can't see Jordan and I can't shoot him.
Oh damn it! I tried to kamikaze Pedro and it let him win.
No, I think you broke the game.
Yeah, I think it is broken. It's just
Excellent.
counting knockoffs. Plus 10 knockoff, plus 10 knockoff, plus 10 knockoff.
Well, jump to your death and see what happens. I mean,
Well, he's gotta wait out the minute.
Is it supposed to sound like that?
It said I won? I don't...
Ow! What the hell?
Yeah, that's my question.
Damn, this buzzing. What the?
Suffer and burn.
It gets
When the
stuff.
chickens all started glitching at the bottom, it started.
Free to play.
oh, it's not gone. It's still there.
Also, I'm gaining a
it's still
ton of
going. I'm
levels.
leveling up like crazy.
So
Yep.
I guess that's
Oh,
cool.
now the
Okay, I'm level
spawned a
9.
new window.
Leave. Can I leave now, please?
All right.
Okay. Yes, it spawned a new
Okay,
window.
the buzzing is gone. Good.
Story mode.
Let's do that again.
How do
We don't learn.
free for all customs.
Did anyone else gain 16 levels from that?
I gave
You got 16, I only got 9.
Yeah, I got like 8 or something. What is this game?
I don't know, but we're gonna get our free entertainment value out of it. Then probably play a round of tanks and call it a night. Boop.
Okay, I'm purple chicken now.
Boop.
There we go. Okay. Start and backspace to get rid of the keyboard player. There we go.
Is that it? Are we missing anyone? Are we good?
I think
You can invite Radiski if you want.
Rodiski?
Yeah, Radiski, R-E-D.
It's a good thing it's not in alphabetical order. There you are. All right.
If I can figure out what to do.
What's dumb is that you can receive invites through Steam Overlay, but you can't like send or just join game.
Hmm.
It was a bit of a half-assed Steamworks implementation.
Quarter-assed.
Hmm.
It's like the top half of one butt cheek.
I think the netcode in
Clacked.
general could use some improvement.
Am I in? How do I...
Doesn't
You gotta press space
look
or start.
like it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, did you get an invite?
It didn't show anything.
Then no.
I sent you another invite.
Hitting space, but it's not doing anything.
Is it telling you to hit space? Or are you in the game?
Yeah, it's this... Okay, now it just... Ooh, now it crashed.
Huh.
Yeah, go ahead and start with that one. It's okay.
I had that happen
Thank you
before.
much.
As you can tell by the art and the scribble text, it's probably not the most high quality thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a bomb.
2.
Let's just wait
So-
here and hope the game
Yeah.
starts.
Previously on Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Gotta synchronize.
Yeah, no, they could have put something on screen to say synchronizing.
What?
Eh?
Well, wait.
Now Alan no longer
Oh,
has
my
the bomb.
bomb exploded.
Present what?
You took too long.
The Dunes, the Egg Invader,
The
and the
13-year-olds?
butt face. Oh God.
Oh, okay, alright.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do?
Player 4-1.
We
We did
we
it.
died.
Oh.
That was quick.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what? Let's just play a round of a couple rounds of the tank game from last week. I don't feel like debugging this shit live. I assume everyone still has Wii tanks installed. That's why I bring it up.
Yes.
We did just have to hear that.
Why are you opening full screen window? Made by Studio Kit. Options, video settings, not
Let's
UHD,
lower the volume again.
1920 by 1080, and a window.
Lock that to 60 because it's good enough.
Properties, Bradley, also player. One of these is going to be Wii tanks. There it is. Graphics are nice. Everyone likes nice graphics.
69 graphics.
I want to host a game, but I need to go to game settings.
Ven's lobby.
What is following camera?
Instead of the camera being like zoomed out, it follows your tank around, maybe?
Oh, maybe. Can I select the, level? Time limit? I guess we don't need time limits. Respawn, none. Select, see, this should be a button where it says select campaign, and you mouse over it, and it's like a URL. Ah, damn it. Okay. Multiplayer mayhem?
Boss rush.
All right.
See what the actual other bosses in this game are other than Big Tank and Bigger Tank.
Not all players are ready. I guess I'm not ready.
Yep, there we go.
We're ready.
See, I want that.
2 and 2.
I want a radar
All right.
tank.
So I guess I am Darmok here. I got Jalad.
Good
Big
luck.
Red's revengeful rematch. Oh well.
Oh, do I not have control anymore?
Well, you got Jordan. Bonk.
Yeah. Okay, well, apparently I'm not allowed to move with the controller anymore. Well, so much for that. Today I learned I would like to take one chair off of my review.
Oh,
What the fuck?
oh, how do I plant bombs again? Oh,
Okay,
I'm dead.
Oh man. Those things are dope. Yep, we got this one. Pew pew pew. Yeah.
yeah.
Lava Clash?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fair and balanced.
Ah,
Ah.
Yes.
Hey!
Wow, that's like, oh, let's put someone in the middle who can hit everyone, and then
no, nobody puts Jordan in a corner.
yeah, I got put into a corner and it sucked.
Yes.
Don't.
I have to get used to this.
Oh, don't touch the walls,
white
otherwise
things
you get
being able to
electrification.
I might be a little electrocuted. Not long enough for Jordan to shoot me though.
This is like Blitzkrieg.
Hey!
Skill
I
based.
I did shoot then, but
Yeah.
I was playing with the controller. Now I have to relearn with mouse. This is not fun.
Bonk.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's right, spinny taunts.
Do
what was
it.
the boss rush? Like what was involved? What was a boss fight involved with that?
Apparently not much.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm disappointed. Like, I guess those were the boss levels. I don't know.
If I can get to game settings. Lobby setting, game setting. Let's try a campaign. Let's try multiplayer mayhem.
Yeah, I'm just not allowed to use my controller anymore. Yeah.
Have you tried unplugging it and disconnecting or reconnecting?
Oh.
Is it just
I
not
guess it's doing. I
detecting?
guess it's doing the. Oh. Maybe it's doing the. What do you call it? The ultimate chicken horse thing, where it has to be like the first input.
Oh.
Alright, well, I guess I will continue to suck with keyboard and mouse.
I'll play with a keyboard and mouse then.
I've been playing with the keyboard and mouse this whole time.
Yeah, you're used to it though. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
Me
not
either.
that used to it either, yeah.
Already.
I'm assuming shift is run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a little scooch.
Little boost.
What drops bombs? Spacebar.
Yes. Bomb.
Battle Royale.
Oh, yeah, we got the walls. Shaka when the walls fell.
The walls be shrinking.
We all gonna die.
Alright. Fuck. I was trying to line that up and I didn't see the bullet coming towards me. Oh.
Right.
We didn't figure this out from last time.
I'm gonna put a bomb here. Hopefully it won't explode me.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Trouble.
Okay, it did. You're gonna have to touch me,
Yeah.
Ven.
Where you at?
Uh-oh.
Right there in the corner.
wins.
Never mind.
I tried.
Well,
That's
someone-
fine.
Win.
Grab.
Everyone wins.
So the winner was the team who didn't decide to plant a bomb. Okay.
I planted a bomb. It was just the one member.
No, unfortunately, you can't fall on the holes. Uh-oh. Revive me! Don't. Take him out.
I'm trying. It's difficult to navigate the holes.
Yes, I got clipped,
Oh,
but I think
Pedro
Pedro
got-
won. Yeah.
Hey. Okay, so the water shouldn't kill you, right? Just slows you
Probably
down.
just go slow. It's like,
No! I pushed the wrong button.
Can I help, Pedro?
No.
Oh,
it's-
no.
it's
Oh,
too,
no.
Going underwater would have taken too long.
2v1 me, bro.
oh,
No, stop it. Stop it.
Who
Stop it.
blows up
Get me
first?
Just
away
keep
from
avoiding
this.
the wall, Ven. Keep avoiding the wall.
yeah.
Thanks. No!
Win by attrition. Get to the center.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought I had protection from that thing. I was wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not a fan of the isometric thing where it's like a little unclear.
I would love to play this in first-person mode. Once they get that unlocked, we'll come back and play it. I'm staying the fuck away from everything.
Oh, damn.
That was a quick.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything, Pedro.
Yeah, I just. Oh,
I shot one of the TNT things because I wanted to see what it did.
I think we died before it blew up.
Yeah. All right. Fuck this game. I hate it now. 0 cheers.
Let me see game settings. So we gotta have can we? What is a custom campaign?
I think it's the workshop stuff.
Let's go to Tank Town.
Yeah, all right.
Go to Tanky Town.
Yeah.
Can we try like checkpoint 70?
Yeah, let's do it. Difficulty extreme. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, we need select colors, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
All right, we're doing LGC colors.
Yeah, I guess. This is mission 71?
17 enemies.
Yeah, 17 enemies, and this is co-op. So. Oh God.
Oh, there I am. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, character blindness.
A little
Hi,
bit.
Pedro. Oh,
Oh,
there's
shit.
The
No,
planes.
that's
Does
me.
it drop
Red Key
bombs?
Thanks.
It does drop bombs.
I'm gonna try to get you.
Oh, I need help, Pedro. Heal me.
We got this thing.
I got a bomb. Drop done.
We got a fam. We just got coordinate.
We've been through
Start the bottom.
dumber
That's
shit
good.
than this. By
Yeah.
More
far.
than 8.
X coordinate.
Saxophone.
Damn it. Oh no.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, they have
Nope.
homing missiles? That's not fair. Shit.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this
it's
is
World War
probably
II
why
all
this is the
over again.
last segment of the game. You gotta be like fucking super crazy good at this.
Do you think we should dial it down to like 40?
Put it on kid mode. Let's see
I
what
couldn't
baby
even
mode
get
is.
past 20, so...
No, I'm just like getting, yeah, instant.
Yeah. I guess
Oh,
there's
sorry.
difficulty in this game.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I killed one, I think.
I mean, that fucking counts.
Hey, I killed another.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Oh
Damn
no,
it.
there's a red. Not entirely sure about their political affiliations, but it's painted red.
They got like different, all the different colors have like different moves. I think like the yellow ones lay mines and crap.
No, they're dropping.
Forget
fuck.
Yeah, no, fuck that
Oh, that's why there are 17 enemies, right?
They drop in after.
They drop reinforcements.
shit. Yeah.
Okay. All right, hang on.
You have unlocked the Rebound Enthusiast achievement.
Good job.
Okay, let's try 30. Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Beep.
no. There.
001. Rocky Ridge. Rock Ridge. Astounding.
Oh, the white tanks are stealthy, right?
Oh, jeez.
And the black tanks do something because they've already shot me.
Fucking predator tanks. This is bullshit.
I got. Oh no! Save me, Jesus!
I think we're all
It was hidden back there, and it's nighttime, so you can't fucking see shit.
okay. 4 of them
Okay.
left.
You exist down there. I know you're.
Okay, I got one.
Ah,
I
Got 2.
By the slow.
Come on,
The
Redsky.
slow, floaty tank.
I'm chasing him towards you.
All right, got another one. All right, last boy.
I'm trying to pet him. Come on, man.
I'm a pincer him. I'm a pincer him. Got him. All right. We did it. We did it, Reddit.
Forrest Gump.
Where am I? All right, I'm down here.
Okay, I'm getting blue boy up here.
I'll get red guy.
Oh, I got pooped.
Whee! I'm coming. Oop. Too late.
You know what? At least you had the consideration to head my direction.
No, I couldn't make it out in time. Pedro, I need a heal. Redisk, I need a heal. No, no, it's too late. It's too late, baby. Now it's too late.
I ate the rocket.
Though we really did try to make it. And you get one set of lives for all of these checkpoints too. That's extra brutal, right? Like, oh man, I need a heal. Ate that
This
right
guy
away.
popped me with a rocket.
Oh, good. Get disconnected.
Fuck this guy with his rockets.
Fuck. I got hit.
Fuck. Oh, I got shot in the ass. I was gonna mine the area and hopefully just get him in the area explosion. Come on, Ben, you can do this shit. There's a bunch of bitches.
The green tanks are static, so if you can get a shot towards that direction.
Campagan fails.
Oh, well. Alright.
I will give them credit. The single player is hard, but I don't think it's because it's like well designed. I think they just came up with some bullshit. They're like, here.
Ooh, my ping time
I got
is
a
way
bunch
up.
of
That's why I got
levels.
disconnected. Oh, disconnected again.
Alright, beautiful people. It is almost midnight 30. We're going to pull this nightmare train back into the station, but one of thanks for showing up, hanging out, doing the thing with us. I was trying to have a fun time, have a good, meaningful conversation about fish piece.
Fish and peas.
Doing our thing. I'm going to be back Tuesday. Come hang out with me, Trekmania. We're doing that 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Grab a copy. It's $9.99. Evo when it does handstands, and we'll be doing that. 14 new maps for us to peruse and to practice on throughout the week when time allows. And Jordan's going to be back Thursday. I'll be back Wednesday for Weekly Daily Wednesdays. Jordan will be back for something on Thursday. And
Yeah.
we'll put all our practice to hard work on Friday for rounds, arithmetic, and racing. Good night, Twitch.
Rawr.
Rar, rar, rar. Win, rar.
It's getting integrated into Windows finally. It's living up to the win part of its name.
Does win, rar exist?
W-A-W-R-R-A-W-R. Yeah.
Oh. We'll say our goodbyes in Discord. Good night, Twitch.
Meow.